Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, and I realized too late that mine, Barbara, is doing a stream on today. I thought she was Sunday. So she will probably still be on for like another hour. So please feel free, go check her out. You can always watch this on replay. We got a short window today. Well, short-ish. We're going to be going until this page is done. I also want to preface with an apology. It is cool enough now for the neighbors' dogs to be outside all day long. We share a fence with them and they bark nonstop. So if you hear it in the background, I apologize. Anyway, all right, let's see who's in here. Today's question today is, if you have magical worlds, what has been your favorite page in the book? Sam says, Island of Avatar. Yeah, I'm getting pretty fond of it as well. Della, hello. Susie, hello. Natalie, hello. The fishbowl page. Oh, the fishbowl page was fun. There's a reason I chose that one first. I love it. Let's see. Angela says, I can't say there's so many that I love. I think it's my favorite. Right? I know. And I save that for every book because she comes up with so many good ideas every book. Hi, Topeka. You don't have it yet. Someday. Someday. Hi. Let's see. Michelle, hello. Hang on. I'm going to turn on the fan 1 second. Hold up. Get a little cool air going in here. I didn't need it the other day because we hadn't switched the heater on, but when I add the heater plus all the lights, I get a little warm. Anyway, all right, let's see. All right, so we are going to dive straight in. As you can see, if you were here yesterday, I did some stars on the sky because I wanted to test them out, but I also, I'm trying to get my headphones untangled. I also had an idea because I don't know that I like how streaky this is. And we can see how, like, cat hair up here. One of them was up here. But you can see how this is pretty see-through here. So I actually want to try this and thin it out and kind of do it in the background where it's almost like extra clouds, but not like a whole big separate cloud. Does that make sense? Okay, so I've already spritzed the white paint here. So like I said, we're going to dive straight in. Why? Headphones are being wonky. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Yeah, my headphones are just not working. We're going to turn them off. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump straight in. Like I said, I already spritzed this morning, and if you missed it, this is just a little tin from Diamond Painting, but I loved it and it was perfect. And so this is the white gouache we're going to be using today that is in here. So this is the Winsor & Newton Designer's Gouache Permanent White. And that's what I like. Makes perfect cloud sense. Exactly. Hi, Dee. How are you? Okay, so now... Oh my gosh, I swear, I can't hardly get started. Now Paul's scratching on the door. Hang on. Hold up. Hi, Paul. We're painting today, bud, so you can't get up. I swear, it's like I need to start at 9:10 or something because all the things happen. Oh, Dee, you'll love it. You'll love it. All right, so we're gonna jump straight in here and we're gonna start with the number 4 Winsor & Newton Cotman Round. Okay, so it's pretty thinned out at the moment, but that's exactly what I want. So that looks very white, but when it dries, it will not be quite as white. Plus, we can always go over the top of it with a little bit more blue. If we want to darken it up just a bit. To dive into Darius. Ooh, Darius' new book. Nice, Michelle. Ooh, do you have the Black Widows or what pencils are you using? Okay. So it'll give it kind of like a subtle, fluffy in the background look if I do it correctly. And then I also have my little iron and my heat gun on standby here. All very good things to have when you are using water medium in your books. Yeah, I'm liking that. Black Widows, they really do. Oh, they have so, I mean, I think the total set once you have all of them is like 180, right? Realizing I'm probably putting a bit too much water on here, so we're going to dry this before we add more to it once this is spread around. But these clouds aren't going to get all the shadows and everything that the other ones have, because these are supposed to be just kind of subtle in the background. However, we are going to dry it real quick. We're going to be using our heat gun quite a bit today, so. Okay. Thank you, Dominique. It's a cat hair that landed on it because they keep getting on my desk, but I'm going to have to wait till this dries to take it off. Oh my gosh, they're like, oh, this is mine. I mean, anyone who's been here knows that the cats will just come and sit on the desk with no concern about what's on said desk. Ah, yeah, if you have a blow dryer will work. Still working on the older ones? No, that's fair, that's fair. I have a number of the older ones, so I'm right there with you. Okay, so we're gonna do just a touch more white. I do want it to stand out more than it is because currently it is non-existent. So we are going to go a little bit heavier on the paint and then we're gonna spread that out. Like I said, we don't want it to be bright white. We want it to be subtle. And then the plan is I have kind of set aside 9 to noon today, but I'm thinking we're just gonna go until this is done, because for those that are following along for the contest, the deadline for this is wonderfully was extended. Ooh, that paper is starting to break down a bit. We need to dry it. Is the 27th. The 27th. So something to keep in mind. But like I said, that's why I want to finish this today. Okay, I'm going to dry this completely. We're going to turn it over. Dry it on the back side. You like the streaky area? Yeah, there was too many hard lines for my taste, but it's supposed to dry like this, so it'll be like almost like you won't be able to see, you'll see like an outline of it, but not like a whole thing. So you'll still see the blue behind it, but not quite as much. So we'll add a couple more like dots that are white, kind of like we have on the edge here. Right, Jeanette? Yeah, not gonna lie, excuse me. I've got Barbara's up on the corner of my desk here, just keeping an eye on her. I had put mine up and then I saw she put up a Saturday one and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to keep canceling on you guys. So yeah, I've got Barbara up here. So if you guys are unaware, Barbara is also streaming this morning. She is working on the Dragon page. If you put ! Barbara, that will pull up her channel and you can hang out there as well. I don't know. I think she usually does 2 hours. I don't know if she has any plans to go any later than that today. But yeah, so feel free to dual watch or go hang out over there. Okay, this needs to be almost done because I am getting to the point where this is going to be oversaturated. The poor paper is just screaming at me right now. Please, no more. Okay, now we're gonna dry this. And actually, let's take just a teensy bit and put a little bit over here. Clean. On the other tab right now, right? Yeah, so it's fine. I do not mind. But today was like, I could only do it in the morning, and our next stream otherwise would have been Wednesday. And I have appointments and stuff for the kids on like Monday and Tuesday because, you know, chaos. I mean, even as it is, Johanna and I have been finding it hard to find a time where both of us like are available to reschedule. So yeah, anyway, this seemed to be the only time. So here we are. Thanks, Dawn. Oh, and Barbara's dragons are just so cute. She's on the 3rd one. I've only done the top left one. Okay. I know my paper is going to protest, but this will be a cautionary tale for everyone if your paper revolts and just completely breaks down, because mine is treading that, you know, kind of toeing the line here of, please God, no more moisture. I'm sorry, paper. I need to do it. Tiny bit. Try not to do too much. Okay. Like I said, these ones are meant to be kind of in the background. All right, quick dry. Did I do 2 dragons? I might have done 2 dragons. Where are the dragon pages on here? Anyway, letting this dry while I... Nope, can't multitask. I was gonna like hold it with my elbow and then turn at the same time. Thanks, Jeanette. I'll be honest, this is like, I had a vision in my head, but this is the first time that I have done clouds kind of like this one. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Okay. Dry it on the back side. Because I think this corner of the page has taken just about as much as it can take. Yeah. Okay, so let's see real quick. Where is the dragon page? There, we did a snail. Maybe I did 2 dragons? It's not good if you can't remember it. Oh, I did do 2 dragons. See, I was thinking side by side. No, I did do the other dragon. You're right. I forgot about that one. Our little Halloween dragon. I totally spaced it. Okay, so now let's go ahead. I'm not gonna like hop over to these ones yet because like I said, we're getting it all done today. So we'll just be working until it's done. So we're gonna do kind of the same thing we did here, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna move this water so I can shift this up a little bit. We're gonna do it in between the clouds right there. So, and I know up in the, the title of this, like I put the Caran-Pablos. Well, we are using those, but also the Caran Museums and then the Winsor Newton. I feel like with how much I like the Winsor Newton gouache. Oh, a Thanksgiving dragon, that'd be so cute. With the Winsor Newton gouache, I feel like that just needs to be like a known staple of what I'm gonna use on the stream. All right, so now for in between, let's go ahead and have it here. It goes right up to there. And we'll kind of have it fade out just a bit. She's already out, but you can just shut the door. Thank you. Okay. And gonna bring it down. Again, try not to make the paper be too angry. Gonna meet the top. I can always touch up this with like bright white if I need it to. And then let's do kind of a new one here. Okay. And let's see, I can already see the way that one's drying. Let's add just a touch more white on this. Kind of drag that out. Yeah, okay, I like that. Good morning, Kim. How are you? We were just talking about Barbara. I've got her up in the corner here too. Pablos over. Like I said, I've got our little iron heating up right now. Try not to put nearly as much, I almost dumped my white. Try not to put nearly as much water on this page as I did the little section up above. There we go. Good morning, Renee. How are you? Watching Barbara as well? Yep. Hi, Carol. Okay. So I'll probably go over the edge of this cloud here so that this white doesn't cover it up at all. It's pretty thinned out right now, which is why we're still getting that transparent look, but that's a good thing. That's what I want. But yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday, like post stream, and because I knew I was going to finish it today. Because sometimes I have the time, like, oh, okay, tomorrow's the last one kind of thing. But this one, we're kind of so far from the finish line. I was just like, okay, I think this is what I want to try. Give this a quick dry. Like I said, these other clouds are just supposed to be kind of subtle clouds in the background. These big white spots, those are going to be our primary clouds. Oh, but the chat didn't come up. Are you on 2 different devices? Oh, wait, what I missed up top? It works, so I just put, oh, 1 to 50 inches because the phone dust isn't cutting it. Yeah, I don't think I could do 2 streams at once on my phone. I know I have like a picture in a picture kind of thing, but yeah. Ah, there you go, there you go. Okay, it's a little damp, but we're gonna add a little bit more significant white here rather than just the light. Okay. Use a little bit of water. Using my handy dandy spaghetti jar for my water jar today. I always end up saving whatever jars, you know, jam jars, spaghetti jars. If it's a jar that was in the kitchen, we send it to the dishwasher and it's mine. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna leave this part of the paper alone now because we'll extend whatever clouds we want to do here once these are done. So we are gonna shift over and move my brushes because we are now gonna work on these clouds. We put a layer of white gouache on them already yesterday. So we're going to be adding in our other stuff. After the clouds, we'll probably do, actually, we'll probably save the rest of the stars. So you can see I did a few stars post stream because I was wanting to try it out. So here's the order of operations, so to speak. Thank you. Is we are going to do these clouds. Then we'll work on our subtle clouds on this side, any touch-ups on the background. Then we're going to work on the rest of the island that we have here. And then we're going to add the stars. Ah, yes. Very small under the video. Oh yeah, you've got like a picture in a picture kind of thing. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm probably gonna, let's see, because I want to make sure this doesn't leave the screen. Okay, so for the colors that we used on the clouds, it was mostly Payne's Gray. I think we used a little bit of Primrose and yeah, Primrose and then the gouache. Sorry, I got too many things going on my brain. It stopped working for just a second. Oh. I'm sorry. I just saw Barbara's chat. Okay, so we're not going to use water yet. We're going to sketch in our kind of shadows with the clouds and everything. Hi, Barbara. I was lurking. I promised. There was just no other time I could do the stream this morning. Okay, so I showed you guys the kind of picture that we used for our kind of our inspiration clouds, but we're just going to go based off these ones today. So the bottom part is going to be our darkest area. So we're using the Payne's Gray in the museums. And then we're just going to kind of add our shapes a bit. So all along the bottom for sure. Okay, we've got this cloud overlapping, so we're definitely going to bring it right up along this edge here. And actually, I'm going to use kind of where the white gouache kind of fell naturally to shape the clouds. So I've got a little bit extra right here, so we're going to go ahead and add in this. It doesn't have to be a perfect like, you know, hump of sorts, rounded area. You can kind of just go every which way. I mean, there isn't a cloud out there that goes, oh, hey, you're not perfectly perpendicular. No cloud for you. So like I said, I'm just kind of using the natural highlights of the white that we use to kind of shape our cloud a bit. Let's see, let's go here. And yes, okay, and then we're gonna add a little bit more here. Okay, and then let's add our colors on here. So this white is gonna actually go over this shadowy area. So we're gonna go ahead and place our shadow here. Okay. Sorry, now I'm in concentrate mode. I'm trying to like concentrate on where the shape of it is. Okay, because we're gonna touch up and we're gonna add more. So this is just the basic ones. Oh wait, I totally missed chat. I've been so like in a, let's see. Oh, brainy's not brainy. Yeah, that's constantly. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Shannon. And good morning. Anybody else have coffee this morning? I definitely have coffee this morning. Okay. And then we're gonna do the bottom. So I don't know that we need to do the hard kind of Payne's gray line at the bottom here because this is only showing like the top of what the cloud is. So we're just gonna work on how it would, you know, how it would look normally if you were just viewing a partial of the cloud. Okay. So again, I'm just using the kind of white that I already laid down as my guide for where I want to place this. Okay, that's good enough for now because we're going to be adding more on top. So I'm going to spritz my white just a little bit more while we work with this. So again, we're using our number 4 Cotman. Okay. And let's see. Actually, hold on. I take it back, cleaning my brush. We need to activate the watercolor pencil first before we add more on there. So the nice thing is because this gouache that I have down reactivates, it kind of blends it with the color, which emphasizes more of kind of the light gray of the cloud. But we'll smooth it all out once it's done. A little bit more water. Do you think this technique could work for misty smoke? Yeah, I would say so. I made this like for the misty smoke, maybe something more like this that isn't quite as solid as these clouds, but yeah, absolutely. Most definitely. So one of the things I realized yesterday that I was doing wrong, which I have since fixed on the other ones, is in my head, I was making it so the gray was kind of like on the top of the cloud, not that the white part was overlapping the gray, because the gray is supposed to be the shadows, but the white is supposed to overlap it. So that's what we're going to make sure that we do with our grays today. Like I said, we're kind of at the awkward teenager stage right now. So it will all smooth out once we're done. Like honestly, I know we've been using it a lot, but I don't think I could ever go back to not using the Winsor Newton gouache because I know it works for adding, like covering up white lines and all of that. So yeah, we're just gonna consider it a staple in our art supplies, just like, you know, the dusting brush and the sharpener. My staple is now that Winsor Newton gouache. Okay, so now we're going to start to soften this just a bit more. And then we're going to be going over with our white again. Because it obviously needs a lot more white here to be similar to this one. Morning, butterflies! Yeah, it's not my fault, I promise. Yeah, you could practice on another page before you do it on your actual page. I'm sorry. But honestly, I would just say, like, if you're wanting to do clouds, but you're feeling intimidated, like, mine are not perfect by any means. Like, it's definitely not a hyper realistic cloud. I'm pleased with how it looks, but I'll be honest, I just have a vision in my head and I'm kind of winging it. So, which is why, as we're going along, I go, I don't like that. We're going to change how we do it, because I'm just sort of literally making, oh, thank you, Caran. Kind of making it up as I go along. Get some handy dandy hype emotes. Thank you so much for that, Caran. Exclamation point. Oh, you get exclamation point caps hype. I can't remember. There you go. There you go. I couldn't remember if it was case sensitive. Of course, definitely. Please do, and then tag me so I can see what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab some more of our white here. Okay. And I want to start defining the tops of the clouds. So let's see. So if the white is on top of the gray, so that's gonna go there. This is gonna go here. So I'm also like, this is like literally how I would talk myself around it if I was on my own. Probably not out loud, but definitely in my head. So the gray is not the dominant color, the white is. So let's see. That's gonna go there. That means this is going to go here. This one here. And then we can always touch up the gray where we need to as well, which we most likely will. Oh, that was a bit much. Oh well, we'll work with it. There we go. And then we'll add primrose on it too, like we did previously. Add more white to here. There. Okay, there. Aw, thanks. Sorry, I'm definitely in the zone today. Like, I'm just like, focus mode. We have today, and that's it. We're not quitting until it's done. Okay. That being said, obviously, no one has to stay for the whole time. My goal is just to get this done. So even if you want to bookmark it and watch back the parts you want to see later, that is just fine. My feelings will not be hurt. It's kind of like the idea that I adopt anytime I do a stream, not on a normal day that I usually stream. Because one, no one expects me to go live then. And two, like, I'm well aware people have things to do on the weekend. But I mostly wanted to make sure I got this done for those that are following along so that you can have the final touches before the due date of this is on. Otherwise, I probably would have just waited to finish this till we stream next. Yeah, exactly. Or a good cardstock, since that would probably be more similar to how it usually, you know, to the coloring book pages. Or if you have duplicate books, you could always do that. Okay. Because we're doing all the clouds. Okay. Okay. I think I want to let this dry for a minute so that we can see kind of where everything's at. Oh, grocery shopping. Yeah, we're going to be doing ours tomorrow. We already have our turkey, but we're going to pick up the rest of the fixings for it. I need to make some gluten-free bread for the stuffing. Probably should have done that earlier, but whatevs. I tried to make some butter cookies yesterday. Spoiler alert, did not go well. I've never really I mean, I guess I'd had butter cookies maybe once, but I never really thought about them like, oh boy, I can't wait for the holidays for butter cookies kind of thing, you know, because they always have the tin that we actually keep like sewing supplies in and everything. And so we were out the other day and little Emily saw it, but I was just like, I can make butter cookies at home. Like, it's fine. Hindsight, I should have just gotten the cookies. But I thought like, okay, cool. Well, if I'm going to make them, I want some too. So I'm going to make them gluten-free. And again, most of the time, especially with cookies, it's easy enough for a 1-for-1 change. But what I forgot, there's a fuzzy there. When you use an old towel, like I do, like cut up towels for your cloth, sometimes you get fuzzies on your brush. So I just swapped out the previous flour with my gluten-free flour. But again, forgot that butter cookies on their own are a little bit of a drier cookie. And so you add gluten-free flour to that. You guys, it was like sand. I ate one and I was just like, oh God, it tasted great. Kim, it tasted great, but oh my gosh, it was the driest cookie I have ever had. So we will just be purchasing butter cookies because I don't want to waste any more ingredients. Oh yeah, you were saying that. I hope you're feeling better. Yep, feel you on that one. The turtle teetering towards the edge. No, he is close. Maybe he's like part turtle, part Spider-Man, and he's like, test from phone. Test received. Speaking of turkeys, I gave one of my customers some expired bread for her chickens and turkeys. She brought me a 14-pound turkey from her farm, all processed and frozen. Oh my gosh, Della, that is amazing. Gluten-free shortbread, I put the flour through the grinder, make sure it's ultra fine. So, I mean, I put it through a sifter and everything, but yeah, I need to, it's like some recipes you can't just swap the flour. What I need to do, I'm just using water right now. What I need to do is figure out a way to add a bit more moisture to it, but yeah. I mean, like I said, they tasted great. Oh, you need to grind it. Oh. All right, note to self, look up flour grinders. Yeah, because that was just like, oh, dear God in heaven. Not a success. So won't be repeating that one anytime soon. That was my bad. But the kids were polite. Like I said, they liked how they tasted. They're like, oh, these are great. And I'm like, appreciate the enthusiasm, guy. Oh, you're the food processor. Oh yeah, I've got one. So for the grinding of the flour, does it just make it so that it can absorb the moisture better, or how big of a difference have you noticed? Just using the white gouache now to fill in these other spots. And then as soon as we're done with this, we're gonna give everything a good dry because the paper is definitely starting to buckle. And I want to treat it with care. Treat it with care. All right. Have to be dry if you add the gluten-free flour though. Well, I mean, I think they're already a dry cookie. Ooh, nice, Angela. They're already a dry cookie, and yeah, gluten-free flour tends to... Really? Yeah, because it's definitely a bit grittier. I assume that was probably like the rice flour. How long do you like put it in? Like, is it just like a couple spins, or do you let it go for like a full minute? Well, I'm standing here, fresh processed chicken tastes so much better than what we get at the store. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. I mean, lots of things taste better when they are, you know, fresh and homemade, unless they're butter cookies and gluten-free. Oh, gosh. So I am still planning on streaming Wednesday, but oddly enough, the time that the dentist could get the kids in for their teeth cleaning was at 8:45. 8:45? Yeah. I should be back in time, but I think I will push Wednesday's stream to like 11 o'clock so I can make sure we're back in time. Almost like a Dutch. Ooh. Would the same go for bread flour? I haven't used, like, I got some bread flour the other day, and I've used it once to make kolaches, and it was good. I need to add more moisture to it next time, because, again, drier. But, yeah, would the same work for bread flour, or would it mess up the bread flour if I did that? Okay, let's see. We're gonna leave, well, actually that's pretty dry. Let's go ahead and iron it. Should put it here. And just as a reminder, this is the iron that I am using. If you type in !iron, and also it's in the description below, but our wonderful Barbara taught us how to use an iron to iron our pages when we were doing water and this. Yeah, that's the thing, because the bread flour has different stuff, but definitely with the regular measure flour. Anyway, it doesn't get super hot. I'm not going to touch it, but it's perfect temperature for ironing your pages, which is what I'm going to do for these clouds right now. And we'll go over and do that other corner where we already colored as well. Now, the edges of the page still curls, but that's why when I'm all done, I'll iron the whole page. I'll iron the whole page when I'm done, and then I'll use these butterfly clips. And I know this one's blue and this one's yellow. Sometimes I worry about paint transfer from these clips because they are coated. So I'll make sure and use dark clips on the dark side and the lighter clips on the outside. But yeah, I'll usually clip it down just a little bit to make sure that it dries and lays flat. What does the iron do? When the page starts to curl or crimp from wet medium, it helps to flatten that out. It's not perfect, but it takes out kind of the lumpiness. Like I said, the page still curls a little bit, and you can hear that it's been through a lot. But you can also see here versus here how much more we have to go on these clouds. But we're gonna shift down real quick, give this paper a little bit of a break, and we are going to work on this. I also thought, I think I need to pull out some of this paint here so that you can still see some of the mountain behind it. Let's see what I missed. It's gonna be Thursday morning on your side. Thursday. Oh, for the stream, yeah. Wait, what did he say? Oh, and cheaper. Yeah, for sure. You can see the mountain on this one? Just a little bit, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and activate this watercolor pencil down here. We can zoom back in just a bit. Okay. Oh, a little bit too much water. So you can tell, I'm trying to remain extra focused today. Try not to get distracted by tangents, because we all know I love a good tangent. But it'll be nice. This is our first, you know, set of holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas in the new house. So we'll probably put up the rest of the Christmas decorations on Friday after Thanksgiving. We're gonna go do our family pictures this Sunday, which means I need to remember to charge my battery, because we do yearly family pictures, and then we've got them all lined up and hung up in the wall. So it's kind of cool to see the kids as they're getting older. Let's see. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Oh, are you trying to decide? Oh, wait. What did I miss? Hold on. What did Angela say? I missed it somehow. With 6 weeks left in the year. Oh, my gosh. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of this white, and I want this to stand out a bit more. Like I said, the white is the dominant one, so I want it to kind of go over the gray just a bit. But cold. Yeah, that's right. You guys were getting some pretty cool temperatures. Is there still snow out that way? It's definitely gotten cooler, for sure, but it's still like, we had the heater on overnight, but by morning, yeah, by morning it's already pretty toasty. I don't know what the high is supposed to be, but I think next week it's supposed to drop down a little bit, so fingers crossed that stays, because you know it's November and we're still using the AC, so there's that. Ooh, 30 with snow. Ooh, yeah, is it icy? Also, Kim, I feel you. So I was lurking this morning in Barbara's stream, and I had a good chuckle of you going, what was it, going to Paris without me? And I was just like, oh, I feel that. It is definitely on my bucket list to make it over there at some point and go meet up with everyone. That would be so fun. We just officially need to move to like the UK. That's all. Just a little small move, right? Or become super rich and famous and get a summer home in the UK. That's the plan. All right, we're gonna add just a little bit more water to this. Just my little cup here. Right, it would be so fun. Well, you know, I originally, early days, and it's gonna sound silly because I don't know if I kept talking with her. I'd have to look back in my really old YouTube famous. Well, yeah, YouTube famous, but like to make enough to afford a trip like that, I'd have to be like Jazza level YouTube famous. Because, you know, bills. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if you go to Paris and say I'm gluten free, they'll run you out of the country. Isn't that how it works? Gluten, and don't get me wrong, I love croissants. I love croissants, but they'd probably look at me like I was completely insane. So yeah, we'll work on that getting super famous thing. I don't know. I'm almost at the point where I can start accessing the creator fund on TikTok. I'm like 1,500 followers away. Okay, well maybe we don't use the L word because it's the internet and that's dangerous, but I would probably look like I was a crazy person. Thanks, Mandy. All right, so now we're just going to smooth out the white and this, and then we'll add some more of that on top. But we've kind of just essentially done the color blocking and kind of mapped out where everything is at. There you are, a couple days ago, there was tons of snow during the Browns game. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Well, Steve was watching a game last night. Was it the Browns and the Steelers? He was watching. He wasn't thrilled that they lost. But yeah, I was watching it with him, and I was just like, aren't they gonna get like frostbite on their elbows? Like, surely not. Like, it's just like, at what point do they call it? And Steve was like, no, man, some of the best games ever played, it's in the snow. Yeah, he wasn't. He was not happy. He loves the Steelers. They're literally his favorite football team. So yeah, he was a little grumpy. Okay, I'm just blending these in. But yeah, I'll have to do some more baking here. Definitely gonna make a, I think I mentioned before, like we were talking about the pie crust. I'm gonna make Steve and little Steve some Boston cream, like mini Boston cream pies. So that should be good. But I'm gonna look for a pudding recipe because you can't use any of like the Jello pudding in the middle or like the custard because a lot of those have like yellow dye and little Steve cannot have dye because it breaks him out in hives. So I'm gonna look up a recipe to make homemade custard to put in the cake. I'm sure it's pretty simple. I just need the ingredients. It's a matter of finding a recipe that I'm happy with. Gotta love Pinterest for that. I don't know, if you guys are getting new recipes, where do you guys usually go for your new recipes? I usually go to Pinterest, but sometimes I'll find them on Google, depending. On occasion, I'll come across like one that looks interesting on, you know, like Instagram or whatever. In fact, there's a spaghetti sauce that I make that I got from, the account is called Plant to You. And so she does a lot of like vegetarian stuff and learning how to make like use your veggie scraps and everything. Oh, it's for 5 crusts. Oh, well, that's good to know. Yeah, because I'll probably size it down just a little bit. I make 1 crust because little Emily and I are the only ones that eat the pie. Right? Homemade custard. I need a new broccoli cheese casserole recipe. Ooh, broccoli cheese casserole recipe. Okay. Recipe. Oh my gosh, my words. So the issue is like I'm swelling a lot and like you can see, I'm just wearing the ring for as long as I can, but when my hands start to get warm, it's like, it's a little tight. Ooh, with gluten-free topping. Ooh, so for the, it's not a broccoli cheese casserole, but like for the green bean casserole, I do homemade onion rings to put on top of it. Right, Della? It freezes well. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. So if you make the pie, how do you, like if you make the crust, how do you freeze it? Would you do like disposable pie pans and then put it in the fridge like that, or do you just, or in the freeze like that, or do you freeze it and then let it thaw in the fridge and then roll it out? Let's see. Tell him a Browns fan watching your stream. A lot of us don't want a dome stadium now. Games like that. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I learned how to do that previously because I love green bean casserole. Like it's quintessentially American, I think. I don't know, where did green bean casserole originally start? Anyway, but I love it, and I'm like, well, I clearly can't eat it, so I know they use French fried onions. I don't know what makes them French fried versus like onion rings, but I cut it really thin, and then I make an onion ring batter, and then I fry that, and then usually we eat the onion rings on the side. In fact, my parents came to visit at one point, and they were really impressed that I was able to make, I think it was Easter dinner actually. You know, I literally did everything gluten-free, and yet nothing was lacking like in the meal, and they were pretty impressed. I was just like, okay, so now we're at the point. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's on my phone. Like I got it online, and so I have to go find it, but it's saved on there because I use it all the time. So yes, absolutely I will. Okay, so now I'm just using the tip of the pencil. You could scribble this on a palette if you want to, but I'm lazy. So so I'm just going to get it directly from the pencil. Oh, that went over just a bit. There you go. And we're going to work on the bottom. Like I said, we got a bit of a long haul today. The goal is to finish this today. And then this afternoon, I'm going to make my list of stuff we need for Thanksgiving dinner. But after that, I told Steve that I want to hunker down this afternoon and get some serious drawing done because I really want to get those advent calendars done and out like Thanksgiving week, obviously before December. And then I want to get, obviously, your guys' free download done as well. So I have them all sketched out. It's just a matter of finding the time to just sit down and get it done without interruptions. So right now I'm just using water to blend this. I'll let you know when we switch to white, but pretty much I'm just going to be using water and the paint spray to kind of get in the rest of this. Make the dough, section it for crust, wrap each parchment, freeze in the freezer, take out, thaw completely for using, will last 6 months in the freezer. Oh, that's good to know, especially with Christmas. Like if that's 5, then we could just make the whole thing. There is an all recipes app, I think, so you can tailor the recipes. Ooh, I'll have to look at that one. Right, Angela? I feel the same way. Like I'm never going to pick up all of that. And yes, it does weaken the lead when I get it wet, but I just make sure it's completely dry before before I sharpen it. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead. Like I said, we're going to try and do the light and the dark, like variations on the gray to help it stand out. Let's see. Let's do a little bit there. But yeah, and then we usually do, we like to do the jellied cranberry sauce. Like, I don't know, I don't like the whole berry cranberry sauce. Like my sister one year made cranberry sauce and I'm sure it was delicious, but my very American palate wanted my can-shaped jelly. It's almost the most satisfying part is when you put it out on a plate, then you turn it on your side and you slice it into slices. Like, this is really good. And then the stuffing recipe is probably the one that takes the longest, but it is so flipping good and delicious. So I need to get some bread made for that. I know I probably should have done it earlier because it's supposed to be like old bread anyway, but I usually just dry it out in the oven when I do that. I love coffee. It is delicious. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do a little bit more here. There we go. And there. How's it looking? Am I happy with that? I don't know. Do I have full conversations with myself in regards to my artwork? Absolutely. And then if I have any extra time, I want to start planning out those felt ornaments that I want to do for the kids. So I'm gonna have to get out my felt box because I have a ton of leftover felt from Halloween last year when I worked with Arteza for that. So I'll have loads of that, and I need to just plan it out. That's all. Let's see. I don't know that I want that line all the way through, so we're gonna use a little bit of white, cover that up just a bit. I'm going a little haphazard. There's not a ton of rhyme or reason about where I'm placing things, except I'm just trying to get the direction. Did you do all these clouds on stream? I think I missed this much of the stream. Yes, so yesterday I did these clouds here and I outlined these ones. I think, yeah, yesterday's involved doing because I wanted this to be moss instead of water. So we used the gouache to cover up the fish. And then we did the moss there, and then we did these clouds, and now we're doing these clouds, and then we'll finalize the background, do the rest of the island, and then do the rest of the stars. So, you know, barely anything today. Won't take any time at all. Okay, let's see. Let's do, get nice bright white over here, because that's going to be the brightest side of the cloud. You also do not have to do like this in-depth of clouds. Like if you just want to do like bubbly kind of things. We've done some cloud backgrounds before where we cut out cloud shapes on paper and then used pastels, which is super fun on that. But I was feeling the slightly more detailed clouds for this one. Okay, we're just gonna move down here and kind of keep going with it because that needs to be covered. I almost feel like this cloud needs a bit more gray, but maybe not. We'll see. Okay, let's get some of our white. Ooh, sausage stuffing. Yes, let's see. This is not the time to try out a handmade cranberry. It says, give me my ocean spray jelly. Oh my gosh, yes. You make cranberry sauce. I make it from scratch with honey instead of sugar. Ooh, that's good. Need a good cloud stencil. Honestly, all I do is I will take, let's see. Yeah, okay, well, I'll just explain it. But essentially what I'll do is I'll take just some scissors, and I'll usually do the long side, and I'll kind of cut all of my little bubbly cloud shapes, and then I take that stencil and I lay it down, and I use pastels over the top, and it uses those, and then I slowly work my way down. But yeah, it's super easy like that. Ooh, an apple stuffing. There is a recipe that is in, I have a gluten-free cookbook, and she did like apple sausage stuffed apple. Essentially, you clear out the inside of the apple and you're left with like a little apple bowl, and then you put sausage in there and then you bake it, and oh, it was so good. Now Steve doesn't really like apples, so it's not something that he would have enjoyed, but even still, we will get the kind of sausage links, but like not the pre-cooked ones or anything. But like for last night, we had breakfast for dinner last night. So I took the sausage all out of their casings, and then I want to get some fresh sage, but I did have some rubbed sage. And so I tossed a little bit of that in, and obviously rather than the links, I went ahead and made patties for them. And then for the hash browns, I cooked some onions with them, crisped them up real nice. It was good. And everybody liked the onions in the hash browns. Okay, so I'm just kind of smoothing out this white a little bit. I think I'm almost ready to leave this cloud alone, because we can keep going, and then if I realize, oh, this needs a bit more definition, we can always go back to it. And I'm just holding this down because it is definitely getting a little curled. We should add some of that primrose though. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, it is. We have lilac and lavender, I believe. Not that one. Hang on. This one. I have them stacked on a shelf here behind me. Oh, no, I was right with the first one. Let's see. So I think you mean the lilac one, the kind of pinker one. Yeah, Christine, right? Tiny bit of turkey with it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we got lilac and lavender. So yes, lilac. Okay, perfect. I'll put it there. I said I'm hoping to get caught up on those squares this weekend, but it's also Thanksgiving this weekend. So, well, no, not this weekend. This week. I don't know. Words are hard. Thanksgiving is like, we got some time. No, this weekend I'm going to get it done. I'm doing great today, guys. Words are flipping hard. It's been a long week. Little Steve had brought some Pokemon cards to school yesterday, and you know, he's at this stage where we're learning about being responsible with our things. Well, at some point he misplaced one of his cards that was one of his better cards that he really likes, so we had a bit of a meltdown with that last night, but you know, it was a lesson learned, and he's over it now, but it was a little touch and go. I will say he's so good with the kids. Like, at the point when that had happened, like, I had to go run some errands with the kids, and I'm not gonna lie, I was fried, and we were having some issues listening. So by the time we get home and there's a Pokemon card crisis, I just looked at Steve and I was like, I got nothing. I need you to take over here. Mama does not have the bandwidth to deal with the Pokemon card crisis. Hashtag kid life. Okay, so I'm just kind of smoothing all of this out a little bit. We're adding our white, and then we'll add our touch-ups where they need to be touched up. Oh, thanks, Kim. And my streaming Wednesday, yes. Oh yeah, he loves Pokemon cards. He is all about it. We got him a good set of Pokemon cards. It was like one of the box sets. Oh, he loved that so much. Just realized I'm not in frame. Yes, so I am streaming Wednesday, but the kids have a dentist appointment, a teeth cleaning in the morning at like 8:45. I think we'll be back by 10, but I can't guarantee it. So tentatively, I'm gonna set the stream for 11, but if for whatever reason it takes longer, I'll post and then we'll like start at noon or something instead. But yes, the plan still is to stream on Wednesday. I just may need to adjust the time slightly. Right, Angela? And I mean, we haven't talked much about what Steve does, but let's just say what he does has helped him to understand much better than I think I do how a person is feeling, where they're coming from, and he's really good at helping them. You know, when my what's the term? I can't think. You know, when my meter is full, or empty or whatever, basically, when it comes to the end of the day and I've been, you know, chauffeuring all over the place, solving problems, yada, yada, yada. By the time he gets home, a lot of times I'm just like, you know, 1,000-yard stare kind of thing. And so he's really good at being able to kind of visualize outside of it and recognize what that person needs. So no, he's fabulous with that. So collects Pokemon cards. He's 31. Hey, I'm 38, Steve's 40. I mean, we're all about Pokemon cards. Steve really likes Magic cards. And we have also been playing that Pokemon Pocket game, which is essentially the trading card games. I say play lightly, it's just on the phone and, you know, like you open a pack every now and then. But little Steve is in love with it. So yeah, we are a fully Pokemon household. Would light blue make the gray pop? I don't think so, because there's already a lot of blue behind it, and I think more than anything else, it might help it disappear. We are going to add the primrose on top. I'm going to be putting some more white on this side, and we're going to add a little bit of primrose. There's some here. It's more visible in real life, and then we're going to do these really light clouds behind the other ones as well. Let's see. We split up among us. Matt does the green bean casserole. Amanda makes something. The host makes the turkey. We make the stuffing and some mac and cheese. See, I love it. Good. I was actually re-looking at your message today because I want to make sure I'm able to, like, I go get that when it gets here. So yeah, Tuesday, the lovely Della has sent for the quilt some bee charms. So if you want a bee charm, hold out spending your points. When they get here on Tuesday, I will do my best to get them put up in time for Wednesday's stream. So stay tuned for that one. Ooh, homemade rolls, nice. Steve is amazing. He's not in stream today. He actually ended up having a work thing. So the kids, if they come in, I'll need to go tend to them. He had told me about it, but I spaced it when I announced what time we were going to do. And I was just like, well, it's either we do it now or not at all. So the kids are doing their own thing at the moment, but obviously they know they can come in and if they need anything. Let's see. Both sports, Monday through Thursday. It's nonstop from 5:30 to 8:30. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty much that. Like, I will leave the house, you know, early afternoon because I have to go get the kids. And then if there's stuff to do afterwards, like, I can easily be gone for 4 or 5 hours in the afternoon. And in the morning, it's like an hour and a half and everything. So by the end of it, when it comes to getting stuff done at home, unless I've got something going on, like, I have 3 hours tops to get whatever's done that I need to get done. But it's nice because, like, I can bring my iPad with me and work in the car if I'm waiting or whatever else. But yeah, and again, not that I'm complaining. It's what we do. But it's more of the realism of I have a limited amount of patience and energy, and at the end of the day, when all things have compiled, and then we've got to deal with the missing Pokemon card drama, I'm like, I got nothing left. I'm gonna tap out, Steve. Bye, Angela. Thanks for being here. Hi, Marcy. You're fine. I started early today. Okay, so we're gonna dry this real quick, and then we are going to iron it, and then we'll touch up where we need to touch up. To make pie, so some breakfast the next morning tradition. Oh, I love that. One of our traditions, if we have a lot of leftover turkey, which I think we'll do, I can't remember the poundage on the turkey that we got. It's like not an oversized turkey by any means. I want to say like total was about $20 for the turkey. But we like to make, normally it's chicken enchiladas and it's like a white sauce, but we like to make turkey enchiladas with the extra turkey. Pie for breakfast, right? I mean, it's pumpkin pie. Wait, is pumpkin considered a fruit or a vegetable? Because if it's considered a vegetable, I mean, it's basically a salad. That's all I'm saying. You know, the crust is the crouton, and you got, you know, your vegetables with the pumpkin. Oh, nice, Kim. Yes, I found a good ophthalmologist here for my orbital mass that I have in my head, because, you know, super fun times. But it's cool because I don't have to drive all the way to the big expensive hospital, because all they need to do is just measure it every year and make sure that it's not growing. And by the time I go to the hospital, and there's the bill for the specialist, there's the bill for the hospital, not to mention for the hotel that I would have to stay at, by the end of it, I'm probably spending about $1,500. And so I found an ophthalmologist here in town, and I was just like, pumpkin is a fruit. Dang it. Seeds, it's classified as a fruit. Okay. Right? So much easier. Because if it's just as simple as measuring it to make sure that it hasn't grown, like, I don't want to spend $1,500 to do that. Now, if it has grown, and God forbid they have to, you know, remove it, then yes, I will go to the hospital, because this is literally what they do. They specialize in those particular things. But I was just like, if I'm just measuring it, I'd rather just come here. They can do an MRI and just see if it's changed. If it's changed, then heck yeah, I will book it over there and get things taken care of. But I was just like, I don't want to spend $1,500 to measure this thing in my head. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not thrilled about what's in here, and there are times that I am worried about it. But so far, I try not. I'm using Primrose now. I try not to think about it too much, just because I can't change it, and I just have to keep an eye out for. They say if I lose saturation in colors, that's something to be concerned with. Obviously any abnormal pain, but I just don't know how long it's been here. It's basically my optic nerves have grown around it. And amazingly, when they told me that it was there, I was like, oh, surely this is what causes all of the headaches and migraines. Nope, not a one. It's just additional to it, you know, because I'm super fun. Exactly, Kim, exactly. Like, I have reassurance. I have 3 different neurologists who have all seen the scans and have said that they're pretty positive that's benign. They were initially concerned because most of the time when something is benign, it's like a round shape. But the mass, so if you guys missed it, what was it, guys? Like a year or two ago? Might be 2 years ago now. They found an orbital mass behind my left eye, and it's about the size of the forefront of my thumb. But there was a lot of stress and everything. I'm pretty sure I broke down into tears here on stream when I initially found out about it. So basically what had happened is it's more popcorn shaped rather than it is round. And so that's why they were concerned. But then what they realized, because they never did a biopsy of it because it's in a really precarious spot, because it grew within my optic nerve. So it's more popcorn shaped, because imagine when you bake bread with twine around it, that's what's happened to it. So like I said, I had 3 unrelated neurologists look at my scans, and they all agreed that more than likely it was benign. So in the meantime, all we have to do is I just get yearly scans to see if it's changed or grown or whatever. Let's see. Do they have reduced prices for hotels? Yes, they do, because there's loads of hotels around there, but where this place is, it's in a major city, and yeah, reduced isn't necessarily reduced to the price that it would be around here. So yeah, and I think if I were to get a discount, it would be if I was like having to come there regularly. I don't know if it makes sense. Near farsighted unless it's stigma. Yeah, possibly. Yep, same. It is, yeah. This morning, the man who operated me, he was so pleased, almost perfect sight at 69. That's amazing. Yeah, well, and they were 3 neurologists that were unrelated. So one of them was he's actually a brain surgeon. But there were family connections, and I was able to be like, hey, can I get a third opinion from you? And we were able to send him the MRI, because the CT scans are just images and they're not super clear. But with the MRI, bye Dawn, thanks for being here. With the MRI, they're able to get a look all around my head and kind of see where it's at. And like I said, it's not like he was in the same practice as these ones. He literally operates on these things for a living, and he's just like, pretty sure it's benign. You should go to such and such a hospital to have it checked out, which is where I went and saw another specialist. And then my regular neurologist, he's the one that found it. And he was like, oh, that's interesting, but also it's okay. Of course, yeah. Well, like I said, if you go back to whenever that stream was, I was a flippin' mess. But that was when I was in the waiting period. And first of all, they tried to do a scan, like we tried to order, because it's like with my migraines, I've literally tried everything. Short of getting that daith piercing on your ear, if there's been a medicine for it or a homeopathic whatever, I have done it. Like I've done it all. And it was kind of like, hey, do you think we could request a scan, maybe just to see what's going on in my head, since like clearly we don't have an answer for anything yet. And so they did. They requested the scan, but the insurance denied it. Unsurprisingly, they approved it once the deductibles reset. So yay, insurance. But the issue is briefly, like there was a chance, because when we finally were able to get through it, the woman at the front desk called me with the results, and she was like, so we found something. Pause. And I'm like, yeah, can you continue, please? Like, you don't pause when you have an MRI on your brain. And they're like, so we found something. Please continue. I would like to know. Anyway, but at the time, we didn't know if it was benign or if it was brain cancer, like God forbid. And so we were saying, oh my God, like we tried to request this scan months ago and insurance denied it. So, and it sounds silly, like it's benign, so there aren't really grounds for it. But if it had not been benign, like I could have definitely sued the insurance company for denial of treatment when there was reason for it. And then, anyway, but so I went through the whole rigmarole, went and got a CT scan, went and got an MRI, everything else. And after speaking with the 3 brain doctors, they're like, look, we're pretty positive this is benign, but we're going to keep an eye on it. And the guy at the big hospital was a great doctor. But again, I don't want to drop $1,500 for just checking the size. So if they can do that here. So anyway, long story short, I met with my ophthalmologist recently, and she's wonderful. And she's like, oh yeah, we can totally just scan that here and see if it's changed. So that is a positive. So I need to get the records for the previous scans over there, but super fun brain time. All I'm saying is it could at least start paying rent, right? It's literally just a, like, I've debated about showing you guys the scans, but usually when people like talk about this, I don't know, I don't ever see them share the scans, and I'm like, there's probably a reason that you don't share your brain scans with the public. But yeah, it sits right behind my left eye. It's not pressing on my brain. It's not pressing on my eye. It is pressing on an optic nerve, but that's because it's just snuggling with it. So yeah, okay, I'm using a little bit of white. And I haven't had any, like, obviously I look out for extraordinary pain or, you know, just basically changes in anything that could be related to that. But then, you know, looking for the change in saturation of colors is really easy for me to do because, I mean, you guys know me, we literally do this twice a week, not to mention I'm always doing some sort of art. So I will be able to see if something changes. Like, I'll know when something does not look right. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like you hear somebody say, oh, I have a mass behind my eye, and it's like you automatically assume like, oh, well, that person's got 5 years. But, and I'm saying this flippantly because I've already, you know, gone through the grieving process and whatever else, and I can't do anything about it. They say that, like, they don't want to remove it because it's so close to my optic nerve. There would be a high risk of me losing vision in that eye, and I don't really want to go blind unless it's absolutely necessary. Oh yeah, and it's just like when you know you've been seeing things, then all of a sudden they don't look right. Like you just know. Okay, I want to lift some of this just a little bit, but we're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna work on the clouds kind of behind it. But I want to just lift a little bit of this. So yeah, it's a bit dramatic, and I tend to not talk about it. Like when the kids are around, they're not within hearing distance, and they are probably not watching the stream because they're not allowed to do YouTube when they're not there to be monitored. Because we are definitely not the parents that just say, oh yeah, you can go on YouTube. Like, no, I'm like, They have approved content creators they are allowed to watch. But I try not to say too much to the kids, like, unless I'm in a doctor's office, like they recently did their well checks and the doctor needed to know family history, so they were in there, but I don't dwell on it. You know, they don't need to know that it's there. They're too young for that. I mean, maybe if they were like, you know, young adults or whatever, but I don't want to add that stress. Hi, Sue. So yeah, super dramatic and stressful when it happened, but I'm kind of, like I said, I've had time to process and grieve and all, you know, what are the 5 stages of grief? Denial, no, anger, denial, something. Isn't acceptance the last one? Oh, bargaining, that's one. I don't know, I can't really bargain with my eye. Woo! I definitely didn't just throw that paintbrush. Actually, we're gonna dry this real quick before we move on to our subtle clouds in the background. Exactly. And I'll probably tell them when they're older, but like I don't want them scared or worried about it because I think at this point there just isn't anything to be concerned about it. Oh no, Cam. Hang on, just check messages. We're good. But yeah. So it's really unnerving, and every time I've gone to see a new doctor and I pull out the scan or the MRI to show them, they're like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I know, but it's fine. Hi, Marilyn. No worries, we started a little bit early today anyway. The goal is to just get through this page and finish it. So what did you end up using, Kim? Did you use like a dark when you meant to use a light? Okay. While we are, let's see. I'm gonna pin this down just on the side here in the hopes of, actually, no, let's iron first, then we'll pin down. Okay, so we're gonna put this here. And we're just gonna go slowly. Oh, gotcha. Remind me again, what are you coloring? Because I know you mentioned the beige one yesterday. Seriously, I love this little iron for it because the other one's like so big and clunky. Plus, I'm always like, even though I have no water in it, I'm afraid that it's gonna like let out a bunch of steam and ruin the page. Okay, oh, it turned out okay. Whew, good. All right, so I'm going to just pin that down. I just fold down one of the butterfly clips so it holds it in place. In fact, I'm gonna reposition this so we can still work on the background of the, you know, the little subtle white clouds. Okay, so let's zoom out just a touch. I'm gonna shift this down just a bit. Okay, and now we are gonna work on those subtle kind of clouds in the background. And again, we are just using the Winsor & Newton Designer Gouache, but it's thinned out a bit. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Kim. Did you already put one in the contest or are you putting one in the contest still? All right, let's do one here. I don't really want to cover up the black lines on these, so I'm trying to kind of go around just a little bit. I don't mind so much these ones here because we will color over that. But I'm just using real thinned out gouache on this. You know, when I think back, I think the first person I saw use gouache on their pages was Laura Rafferty. I remember she was doing, I want to say it was a Kirby page, and it was like the kind of steampunk clockwork page for that. You guys remember that? It was gorgeous. I didn't really understand gouache at the time, so I didn't pay all that much attention. But in hindsight, I'm like, God dang, man. Although I suppose I can go back and rewatch hers if she's still got her streams up. I know that she was working on a video game for a while. I don't know if she still is. Every now and then she posts a finished coloring page. Okay, let's try this real quick. You should enter it anyway, just so you have something in there so you can put in an entry for the contest. Johanna even said, like, even if it's a work in progress, post it anyway. I checked the other day because I was looking at what, you know, other people had done and stuff. Oh, Agnes Berger, I think is her name. Anyway, she's been doing some gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. All right, so now let's do here. Okay, I still have Barbara's stream up over here. Her little dragon is so cute. Okay, we're gonna do some kind of wonky shapes just a bit. Yeah, exactly. Enter my hi B, how are you? Totally didn't accomplish my morning adult goals. The cold weather led me to delay starting laundry, paying bills, etc. All the things I would have done from inside my home where it's not as cold. Oh no, Marilyn. I feel you on that one though. I am so behind on laundry. I had to wash some of the kitchen rugs and I forgot to switch it, and then I just forgot about it completely. So probably got some stinky rugs in the wash that I need to just, you know, wash on hot, rewash, and yeah. There just has not been time for laundry this week, like at all. At all. So you are in good company, right? Yeah, I love her color combos. It's so cute. If you guys missed it, Barbara is also streaming right now. This was the only time I could fit in a stream before the due date of this page. So unfortunately, we are overlapped a bit. But Barbara is currently coloring the page with the 4 little dragons. So super cute. So cute. Okay. So I'm just smoothing this out because we want these to be subtle clouds in the background. And then we can touch up the edge of this cloud to make sure we have the nice kind of bright white. So question, I know everybody has differing opinions on when to put up a Christmas tree, but how soon is too soon to start playing Christmas music on the channel? Because I definitely hover over the Christmas album that I have set aside. Oh, I love it, right? And you know, she self-published all of those books. I can't remember where she got them printed at, but that was all, like all of the, you know, pre-printing costs and everything, that was all her. That was all her. If you guys are unfamiliar with Laura Rafferty, I think I have a command for her, ! Laura, I believe. She also has stuff on her Etsy, if you want to check out. She does a lot of really amazing portraits. So if you enjoy coloring portraits, her stuff is just absolutely gorgeous. She also live streamed for a while. So the ! Laura might actually send you to her YouTube, but either way, I think her Instagram coloring is Laura Colors 2. I believe, perfect. Yes, it was her Etsy store. So they safe for Christmas music? That's fair, that's fair. Okay. Let's see, I wanna do this one here. And I just kind of drag it out because I don't want it to dry solid like the other ones. I want it to be subtle clouds in the background. All right, let's do a quick dry on that. Start on Friday after Thanksgiving. So do you guys play Christmas music? Like what music do you play when you're making Christmas dinner? Because I know I said that was for stream, but like I turned on some Christmas music in the car the other day and the kids were like, yeah! Oh, did I miss Liz? Hi Liz, how are you? Oh wait, what did Kara say? Oh yes, 22:55, nice. Oh Liz, I totally missed you, hello. We're working on our clouds and such. Okay, I want to add. Oh, I know that that's a song, but for a brief millisecond, I read that as you were stating a fact, as in your grandmother got run over by a reindeer. And for that millisecond, I was just like, wait, what? And then I was like, oh, right. Anything until after Thanksgiving. Oof, okay, you guys shouldn't come over here then. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Who made that song, honestly? Oh, that's good stuff. All right, I want to change just the shape of that just a little bit. Walking home from our house Christmas Eve, you can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Although this is probably copyright, even though I am not singing it correctly in any way, shape, or form. I used to have one of those dancing Santas that would sing that song. Wait, normally I'd say hold on. Wait, 112. Did I miss something? Did I say something with measurements? Hold it, my brain's not connecting. All right, so now we're gonna do some clouds down here. I'm gonna be singing that all day now. Oh, the 1st December. So start growing on the snow. I turn around, I hear it. Oh, the 1st of December. Oh, it was flipped. That's why. 1st of December. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. It's so funny. Like, our neighborhood is very confused about Christmas decorations because on our street, we've got like a house or two that still has some Halloween decorations hanging up. We got a couple houses that have Christmas trees in the window, and we've got, you know, some that have fall decorations. So yeah, I think everybody on my block is either lazy or very confused. I'm like, the Halloween decorations still, granted, we lived somewhere before where our neighbors, they were the kind of neighbors that like hung up the kind of gruesome Halloween decorations, so like severed hands, pretend body, anyway, not pleasant, but they left the hand up year round. I'm like, really? Really? This is not going to help property values at all. Ah, yes, what I missed in my neighborhood, severed hand. Yeah, I realize that now. I was gonna say, because not everybody does it, you know, with the month first or whatever else. But I'm like, wait, 1/12? 1/12 of what? Oh boy. All right, we're gonna do some watered down white that's here. Thin it out just a little bit more. We're making progress here. We're doing good. We're making headway. Clouds are almost done. Almost. Make sure that this line indicating this is a different cloud stands out. Okay, and then we're going to give this a quick dry. And we'll do a little bit more, and then we'll definitely use our iron. Left the light up on the pumpkin in the yard and put a Santa on it. That works. That works. Yeah, so I'm also going to detangle Christmas lights this weekend so we can get the tree decorated and then make plans for the kids' advent calendars. That's what I think is on my creative docket. I have jewelry I want to make and paintings I want to do, but I'm going to do the advent calendar for the Etsy store, the download for the YouTube channel, and then the stuff for the kids' advent calendar. So crafty-wise, that is what I'm going to be doing. I do have a page I need to finish, but it's just not practical to work on it right now. Do a little bit more here because I want to make sure that this stands out as a separate cloud from behind. And then smooth that out. There we go. Okay. Ooh, that would be fun. Yes, absolutely. I'll message her when I'm done and we can set something up. In fact, I think oh, Suzanne and I have one coming up. But no, absolutely. I would love to do that with her. And then at some point I need to figure out rescheduling Johanna's, but it's just so hard. Like we both have such busy lives. It's just like, okay, well, at this point, I suggested December 4th, but we'll see. She's like, I think I need to look at my calendar. I was like, no, that's fair. So it'll happen. At some point, we just got to find a time with both our schedules. Hashtag mom life, right? Okay. All right, let's come along. Let's come along. Okay, let's do one here. Like I said, it's still blue, obviously, but adding this on top kind of gives it a bit more depth. There we go. Sorry, I was looking at Barbara's chat. I don't have her volume up, so I won't be able to hear it, obviously. But I'm seeing you guys in chat. Okay, thin this out a little bit. We are almost done with this background, you guys, gals, general people. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's do over here. Are we still in frame? Yes. Sounds good, Della. Enjoy dusting. Right? It is. That's what I said. Like yesterday, I was just like, I put the sticker club on hold for a while because I just haven't had the time. And I'm like, oh yeah, now that I don't have to worry about those designs, I'll have plenty of time. Waiting for that time to kick in. On the plus side, it is one less thing that I need to be concerned about because I was just like, I don't know when I would fit in doing those designs, like at all. No time. Okay, and then let's do one more over here and then we'll dry it and we will work on the stars. Okay. Just making those kind of stand out. Yeah, it's a very cloudy day, but it kind of works like, you know, islands up in the clouds. Okay, now we're gonna give this a big dry and a big old iron, and then I think, oh no, I dropped a drop of water there. I think I'm happy with the clouds. Hi, Barbara. Hello. I'm so sorry that it overlapped. I had mentioned it yesterday on stream, and then I saw your post on the stories about doing it today, and I was like, oh no, because I have it on my calendar for Sundays. Anyway, I'm so sorry. There was no other time to do it, and I'm trying to finish this before Johanna's deadline for her thing, because there were a couple of people that were following along. I'm like, I just need this Saturday. I just need to finish it. Aw, thank you. Well, yes, and Barbara, they said that you mentioned, oh, hi, They said that you mentioned a stream. Yes, absolutely. I have one coming up with Suzanne, working on rescheduling with Johanna, but absolutely, I am down for it. And we could totally do a Johanna page. Honestly, I was thinking about that the other morning. I was just like, I know when we tried to do Claire and Suzanne and you and me, it was really hard trying to find a time for everybody that would work out. But if it's just you and me, like that's just two people to organize. So absolutely, I am down for it. Use vacation destinations we've been to, ornaments will either be purchased from our travels or made them using pics. I love that. I love that. Well, yeah, like I said, with the advent calendars, I don't want it to be just a bunch of like toys that they're never going to play with. So I want to do something that's kind of meaningful. So the kids really like Dungeons and Dragons, so D&D. So I think I'm going to put some dice in some of their things. And then they love getting any kind of money, even if it's a dime. But I'm probably going to get some quarters and put that in some of the drawers. And then I want to make mini Christmas ornaments that they can hang up. Right? It's so hard. Yes, absolutely. I am down with that. We will chat. Absolutely. Because I can't remember. I'll need to look and see what I said for Suzanne. But yeah, I am down for that. Okay. So we're going to finish drying this real quick. Oh, Linda Ravenscroft. Oh, gotcha. Right, Dominique? Yeah, they love it. And Steve enjoys it too. And I'm just like, I need something small because like the little boxes for advent calendars, they're pretty tiny. So I want to make some tiny felt ornaments that they can hang up and, you know, just little things in there. So usually what I do, Topeka, is I do a Zoom meeting and then I just stream that straight through OBS, which is really nice. Okay. So now we're going to use, Barbara, I mention you every time I do this, handy dandy baby iron for this because it's really nice because it doesn't get as hot as a regular iron and I can just keep it plugged in during stream. Ooh, nice. Yes, the dice are so fun. And it's fun to pick them out too. So yeah, I think that could be fun. Make sure, you know, they've got a couple sets in there because I mean, it's 25 days. So like half of them could be like quarters and dice and then the other half can be little felt ornaments. Oh yeah, there's going to be one at Little Emily's school and she wants to get in on that. Ah, that's what it was. Okay, because so I have a little, I think I asked you at one point, like what your regular stream times were. Where did I put it? Oh no, I don't know where I put it. Oh wait, there it is, there it is. So I actually have a little clipboard with my schedule for everyone. So Renee streams at noon, but this is how I've been trying to make sure I'm not overlapping anyone. There we go. If you guys are curious about the iron, you can put in ! Iron. Okay, so clouds are done. I'm pretty happy with where this is. We're getting a little bit of a light glare from the lamp. Let's move it up just a bit. That's usually what I do when I take a picture of it. But clouds are done. So now we're not going to do the stars yet. Thanks, Barbara. We're not going to do the stars yet because we're going to do that at the end. These were test ones, but that's essentially what it's going to look like. I'm doing them in clusters rather than equidistant because if you do them all like single dots equidistant, it's going to look more like snow and less like flowers. So we are now going to put our water to the side. Actually, yeah, we're going to put our water to the side and we're going to come back to the white paint for the stars. And now we're going to do this. I had left a couple of these lines that were the spider web out because I was going to turn them into vines. So, okay, well, if it helps. So, and I said it. I don't know where I said it. I literally just had it. I'm losing my mind, guys. Literally had it. Anyway, I always felt bad because I was constantly asking Shannon, like, oh, hey, who's streaming this? Who's streaming when? And I'm like, oh my God, I just need to write it down. And seriously, I literally just had it, you guys. And I don't see it. I lost my marbles. Oh no, it was right here. It's because I put the piece of paper in front of it. So I asked Shannon finally, and I emailed a couple, and I was just like, I need to have a visual representation of who is streaming when. So we've got Barbara, Suzanne, Corey, and then Alice and Troy kind of stream at the same time. So Sunday's a busy morning. There's always someone to watch Sunday morning. Hold on, since 1994 in a notepad. Really, Barbara? I love that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Here, let me zoom in a little bit so you can make sure it's in focus. Okay. Now, obviously I don't have links from it, but if these are people that you already follow. So yeah, so we've got Barbara, Suzanne, and Corey. And then Monday we have Corey, Pickle, Ailey, and Renee. And then Shannon's Tuesday. And then me and Angela. Mine's not on here. I didn't put it on there because I know mine. And then Connie, Shannon. And then Shannon, Allison, Angela. And then Renee on Saturdays. Yep, screenshot it. Feel free. Obviously this doesn't have any of the links, but... And I know, like, mine's kind of weird. Like, I know that Pickle starts at noon, but technically I suppose that would be 11:30. It makes sense for me. It makes sense for me. 1,000? Oh my gosh, I love that, Barbara. Love, 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 love that. Okay, so now we are going to finish up the tops of the islands. So let's move. We actually are all done with the museums. And if you guys just came in or unsure because it's a Saturday and you're like, what's going on here? We are streaming until this page is finished because the deadline for Johanna's contest is the 27th, and I won't be able to, we'll stream Wednesday, obviously, but I want to make sure you guys have time to put any finishing touches because I know there's a few that are following along. Okay, Renee starts at noon normally on Saturdays. Getting a little bit of glare here, so we're gonna turn that. Rivals twice on Disney. Okay, so let's get, oh, I have the color chart right here. All right, so we've been using like a lot of moss and green and everything. I did not, although I put away pencils the other day, I did not put away the ones we've been using. So I have these in a handy dandy little cup, and we're gonna be using the Pablos. Oh, is it really? I haven't seen it. Okay, so let's actually start with, this is, oh, you know what I'm gonna do while this is kind of cooling a little bit? I am going to clip down, I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna clip down these pages to help with the curling because this poor paper has been put through the ringer. So we're gonna just clip it very gently right on the edge to help straighten it out while we're coloring. Is he really? Oh, okay, I'll have to check it out. Oh yeah, absolutely, Barbara. That sounds awesome. All right, so we are going to start with, because not all the ground has to be the same color throughout the whole thing. So we're gonna start with light olive. And the nice thing is with these watercolors and the gouache, it's matte. So even if I went over some of the foliage, because it's matte, you can still color over it. I mean, that's kind of what we did here. Like there's a fish here. You can't see the fish because we used the gouache and covered up the fish. And it's the same thing for the webs here. So we're gonna be probably using paint to turn these into vines because pencil over the top isn't really gonna stand out all that much. So, hi Albing, welcome. But don't have a favorite page yet. That's fair, that's fair. Right, exactly. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, this paper has been heartily saturated, so I'm trying to be very kind with it in the hopes that it'll last a little bit longer. And then let's see, let's actually grab our, that's black. I'm gonna take these out so I can see these better. I'm gonna do dark green. Okay. And you do not have, if you're following along, you do not have to use the Pablos. If you've got something else that you prefer, absolutely feel free. This will just kind of give you an idea of the colors that we're using. Pablos are a slightly harder leaded pencil, and I always assumed that they were like the oil pencils. And although they are partially oil pencils, they also have wax. They're kind of the best of both worlds. But using them in comparison to like Prismacolor and Faber-Castell, they're gonna feel more similar to the hardness of the Polychromos versus the softness of Prismacolors. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you. Oh, felt. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. Yeah, welcome, welcome, newcomers. Today is not a day that we're usually live. We're generally live on Wednesday mornings and Friday mornings, but recently with Johanna's book, we've been doing some extra live streams. We did a 8-day live stream color-a-thon-ish for the release of the new book. And then, yeah, then we're streaming today because my idea was I wanted to get this done before the deadline to turn this page in. So if you're unfamiliar, our lovely Johanna Basford, who illustrated this book that we're coloring, she is having a coloring competition, and there are some wonderful prizes, some being signed books. So it's pretty cool. You can read more about it on her website, johannabasford.com. Probably pop over to her blog area. But where you'll submit your coloring pages is in her coloring gallery, and that is all on her website. So just johannabasford.com, and you'll find everything that you need. The final day to turn this page in is on the 27th. And then if you're like, oh no, but I don't have the book, no worries, because she has this available as a free download on her website as well. Let's see. You're good, Jeanette. Aw, thanks, Renita. You're welcome, welcome. Yeah, we like to hang out in all the other streams. Definitely gonna have Barbara for a little color and chat, or Barbara, I can even come to your channel, whatever you want to do. And then we've got Suzanne at some point, and then we're working on rescheduling the one with Johanna because there was snow and kid stuffs, and it was just chaos. So we're gonna try and see if we can find another time for that. I'm thinking probably in December, just because with Thanksgiving and everything going on, that's probably, oh, sorry, I didn't say, I'm using olive black. That's probably going to be the most likely. So after I'm done with this color, we're going to move to the bushes, and then we'll darken up the ground of it once we have everything done. So let's see, I would really like these leaves to kind of pop. There's already going to be a lot of green like on these bushes and everything. So let's actually do kind of reddish petals on that. So let's do, ooh, Bordeaux red. I really like that. So let's grab the Pablos. Okay, we're gonna get Bordeaux red. Breaking news, I listen and watch both streams simultaneously and don't have a migraine. Oh, I'm so glad, Kim. I tried that out and it just did not help. I don't know. And then also when you tell somebody I got 30 injections to do that, I'm just like, that's a lot. Yeah, see, Barbara, that was the same. It didn't work for me. For that? Oh, yeah. Here. Actually, because I'm technically a moderator on your channel as well. Not that I'm there as often as I should be, but let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at, there's more options. There's more options than there used to be. There we go. All right, let me know if that worked, Barbara. Okay, so Bordeaux red. We're just gonna fill these leaves in all the way, and then we're gonna use some brown on them. But yeah, it's nice because whenever we have a new book release, she usually does some sort of like release time or like a coloring competition. Right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's amazing, Kim. That's amazing. I found that diet obviously helps. If I fall off the sugar bandwagon, I'm definitely kicking myself for it. But sometimes I'll just get them for no reason. Like I've had a couple this week that have woken me up for that, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like trying to figure out what triggered a migraine is like trying to figure out how you got a cold. Like there's no real way to tell. I have small children. One of them probably sneezed on me, but I have finally found a combination that kind of works for it. So it is nice. Every now and then I have one that like, you know, is like super migraine and powers through whatever medicine. It's like, oh, that's nice. Thanks for that. Oh, well. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and grab, this one that's charcoal gray. We do not want gray. Let's do a brown, and we're going to grab Van Dyke brown. There we go. Yeah, you're in blue. Congrats. Right. Oh, so it's very recent then. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Barbara. All right. So Van Dyke brown. Because I want them to be a little brown, but not completely, because there's just a lot of brown and green there. In fact, we could add a little bit of kind of a yellowish orange. You know, it's funny though, I was, in hindsight, I'm kind of wishing that we would have done like maybe a more obscure color palette, like, you know, maybe make the islands blue or something. I was scrolling through a lot of the images that are in the coloring gallery. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of brown and green. And then there were a couple that really stood out to me because they used like bright, obscure colors. I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. So I think I'm going to need to do on another page, like do a version that's like from an alien world. I think that would be really cool. Not to be confused with Kirby's Alien Worlds, which was super fun. We added a really fun kind of watercolor background on that one as well. I was trying to think about what we'll do next, but I don't know. I'm thinking we're probably going to do another Johanna. I know some of you might be sick of it, but it's a new book, and I love the new book. So yeah, we may do this for a little while. But like I said, today we are not leaving until this page is done. So yeah, we'll see the finished product a little bit later. All right, so let's see. I want to grab Golden Ochre, which is number 33. No, hi, Dominique. Done dusting, nice. Yeah, Magical Worlds, yeah. Exactly. Okay, so let's see. Golden Ochre is number 33. I can zoom out while I'm doing this. Here we go, 33. And also, I'm using this as a color chart. You can find this on my website for free. If you go to emilyillustrator.com/downloads, you can find it there. You can also type in !website, and that will take you to the link for it. But they're all just free coloring charts. I need to update some. I've got some in the works that I need to do. And if you can't find anything that you need there, I also have some blank ones that you can print out. All right, so Golden Ochre. They're not anything that's too complicated. Most of the time, the charts are just something that because I have those pencils, but other color orders I have gotten from other colorists who have pencils that I do not have. When I've been updating the charts, I have tried to put like 2024 on it because there are some charts on there that aren't fully updated. Because like Arteza, for example, they changed their pencils for the expert color pencils. Like they changed the names and stuff. So I need to, I haven't I'll be honest, like doing color charts has fallen so much to the wayside, but we do have some up there, and it's just as simple as Google Drive download is what's on there. Yes, 4 days left. Okay, so now we're gonna grab the dark green. That's gonna be kind of our contrasting color. I guess we did end up kind of brown green leaves. Oh well, we're rolling with it. We'll do some pretty flowers. Maybe some like we'll do some, got some pink flowers there. We could do some more pink, or we could do yellow flowers. We're definitely going to be adding more shadows to it, because consistently I'm trying to make it so the light is coming from this direction. So a lot of the shadows and darkness will be on the left-hand side. Okay. All right, so for these flowers, I'm going to do the flowers before we add our heavy shadow so I don't accidentally bring it over. Yes, exactly. Yeah, even works in progress. Do it, Kim. Do it. Absolutely. They added the English coloring if they change. Yeah, exactly. You know, Kim, I feel you on that one. When I did, let's see. Hold on. Before I continue that story, I'm going to grab, let's do pink number 81 and purplish red. When I was doing that art festival, and I was doing the 2-hour painting, I had not succeeded yet in practice. Like I could not get the entire page covers. Do we have pink out already? That's 80. I could not get it done on time. Hang on. There we go. And so I was pretty sure I was just going to bomb the whole, let's see, purplish red, the whole thing. And so my goal ended up being, I just want to make sure I'm not putting something, I just want the page covered, and I didn't want to be embarrassed by what I was putting up. Because I mean, there were a lot of artists like involved in this. And so I thought for sure I wasn't going to be able to finish it. And honestly, and here I'll get it, because honestly, even now, there are parts about it that I'm not thrilled with. But I also have to remember, I only had 2 hours to finish it. I'm getting it off the wall here. I only had 2 hours to finish it. And so, like I said, my goal was to get it completely covered. This was a dentist office in the town that we were in. So this was 2 hours, right? And I'm like, I just need to make sure I have all the paint on the canvas and I don't want to be embarrassed. And I went ahead and put it up. Now, those of you that know, I did, so there we go. Maybe we'll do a full so you guys can see. Okay, so there's a painting back here that's shells. I have these available for prints. And then, okay, you see that little white frame there? That's where the lemon and blueberries one, which that original one is up in Etsy. But I didn't want to be embarrassed by what I turned in. And so, you know, I went for it and I was just like, you know, it's okay. And then the funny part, and most of you like already know this, so I go and I put it up and it's on display with all of these like ones that are, you would be amazed, Barbara. For 2 hours, some of them blew my mind. But I was like frantically like trying to paint to get it done and everything. And I was just like, okay, I'm not horribly embarrassed. I'm gonna put it up, yada yada. And then I came in to check after the judging went through and it had actually gotten an honorable mention. Hi Stacy, have you tried the Artistra color pencils and watercolors? I love them, soft like prisms, only 40. I haven't. I did have them reach out to me recently, but I mean, I just don't have time for extra projects, so I told them no. I do have their paint pens though, but that's good to know. I haven't tried the pencils. Different razor. Oh, okay, I'll have to look at it. But yeah, so just all of that to say, we are all our own worst critics. So just have fun. Just have fun. And I would encourage you to put it in anyway, because also it's not based on how it turns out or what it looks like. Like it's all gonna be random. So it's just, you know, it's about fun. For one thing, I did half the shadows and highlights on the cliff on the wrong side because I was talking to my grandson and did, then erased, and then erased, and then erased, and now I'm done with erasers. Oh no. Well, just remember, she's not gonna be judging it by it looks, and as long as you're having fun, that is the most important thing. But like I said, you'll be surprised. Sometimes when you think something is crap, there's somebody out there that thinks it's not. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, it belongs. I'm gonna get it hung back up. There we go. There we go. So it belongs there on the wall. You guys can't usually see it when it's there because it has the glare from the light. I probably should have thought through that one. Got my paper a little bit better, but let's see. The 72 sets. Yeah, it's random drawing for the contest. Yes, exactly. Okay, so I got this pink here. They're gonna have the festival again next year. I think I do want to do it. And the 3-day one was fun. The issue is September in Texas is flipping brutal. I was so warm on those days. I mean, I had the umbrella, so it helped, but oh, thank you, Shannon. Thank you. And this is why I have her, because I don't remember a lot of things. Oh, and I didn't put my mic back on. Okay, is that better? See, Shannon, I'm like, oh, Shannon's like my visual reminder to run through my checklist. Did I put the thing back on? Did I hang it up? Because literally I would be lost without her. The amount of times I message Shannon, like asking questions. She's like my color tube encyclopedia. And I love her dearly for it. I love it. Oh, that's awesome. I would say that Shannon is definitely one of our pillars of the community. She's interconnected within all of the lovely streamers. And if you guys are new to the coloring community and you want some suggestions about people to watch, some of the people that I have on my list are not streaming anymore, but they do have past videos that you can watch. But if you, on my website, I have a tab that says recommendations. You can check that out, and that will give you a list of a lot of other streamers or people that have posted videos. People that are within the community. So if you're looking for more people to watch, there is that. All right, so now we are going to go in with our ivory black. Give it a quick sharpen. Exactly, submit anyways. All right, thanks for that, Renee. So we're going We're going to do our shadows here. We're going to use our black, but then we are going to go back over it to make sure it just doesn't look straight black. We're going to be going in with our colors. And I know I still need to do the middle of that flower, but we're going to get our shadows down first, and then we'll move on. So when are you all going to, if you're doing Thanksgiving, when do you all start doing your cooking and baking and everything? Do you do like the pies the day beforehand? I'm just relieved that we already have our turkey and I don't have to think about it. All right, so I am layering on this black on the left-hand side of these so that it'll help to indicate where the light source is at. There we go. These ones on the far left are probably going to be the darkest, but it helps to give it a little bit of pop. Thanks, Renee. Yeah, I got a number of resources. So my website shows some, works that I've done, like on the front page. There's an About Me section, there's an email section, and then we have the recommendation section, and then we have the whole page dedicated to the quilt project, the community quilt project we were doing. And so yeah, it's definitely, I utilize it more for informative. I thought about doing sales on there, but I think I'll wait until I get a little bit bigger, because just being on Etsy alone does help drive sales to there. So if I ever get to the point where I'm selling a lot more, I might move to the website, because Etsy's fees are not super fun, but also it's nice because come tax season, Etsy will send me the documents that I need for it. And I feel like it's going to complicate things a little bit more when I start doing it myself. I'm in charge of salad this year. In the past, I've ordered everything from Whole Foods and started heating it up the day of. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I like that. When I see it in films, the huge spoons of food. I'm so ambitious. Just do it. Do it anyway. This colorless blender to mark over our tea straws. Ooh, yeah, I do love the colorless blenders. Family divides up dishes and the turkey is always the day of. Yeah, that's fair. Thanks, Barbara. All right. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier on the black on these ones that are further on the left-hand side. Like I said, I want it to be nice and shadowed. Yeah, we'll see how long this goes today, just because normally I probably would have split all of this up into 2 streams. How are we doing right now? So we've been going about 2 hours now, but the plan is to go until noon. So Renee, I feel free to start. I apologize if we go over. I just really want to get it done. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now let's grab our Bordeaux red again. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah, divide and conquer. We haven't really gone anywhere for Thanksgiving in a while. Honestly, I kind of like just having our kind of own family thing at home. Like, I always feel like whenever we go visit family for holidays or, drive up to see my sisters or whatever else, it's like, by the time you get back, you almost need a vacation from your vacation. Like, I don't know. It's like, I saw this video one time of this girl. She posted a video and she's like, where do the 30 and 40-year-olds hang out? Like at the clubs? What? We're like, no, we hang out at home with our stuff in our house that we pay for. The idea of going to a club now is beyond unappealing to me. I'm like, that seems noisy. Like during the festival, we had a artist meetup, and so we all met at like it was like a coffee/bar place. And, I got a mocktail or whatever, but like halfway through it, we all looked at each other and like, should we go get some food and then go somewhere where we can actually have conversation and talk? And everybody just resounded. It was like, yes. Like it was nice and all, but if the music's so loud that you can't hear the people that you're trying to converse with, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Ah, gotcha. So years ago, we do a big family Thanksgiving dinner at Cracker Barrel. I've also done Thanksgiving dinner at Disney. I love Cracker Barrel, but they have so few gluten-free options. But we still go on occasion, and I'll get a salad because the family really likes Cracker Barrel. Actually, come to think of it, we haven't been to a Cracker Barrel since we moved here. I don't think there is one. There was where we lived previously. That was black, and now I'm using the dark green. There was where we lived previously, and it was good. It's good and all. But I definitely eat out less since I have a more adjusted diet. All right, I'm gonna go back to black real quick. Want to make sure we get those shadows in, and then let's do olive black. I'm gonna do a little bit harder here. We're gonna do these bushes as well. But like I said, I want to emphasize the shadow. I guess this is like a little patch of grass, isn't it? And then the bushes are on top of it. Oh, has it really? Right, Kim? Yeah, when I would go before, I always got their breakfast stuff. It was so good. Okay, so let's do this little patch of grass, and then we've got these bushes as well. So let's start with the light green. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how many hours we go today. Marathon stream! Oh, I need to do these leaves as well, and that little window. Okay, there's lots to do. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, then we're going to use dark green. Going to emphasize the shadow that these little mushrooms would cast. There we go. And then let's do a little bit of the grayish green. Oh, that's good. Went on a long car trip. Yeah, it's right up there. Like when I was, younger, we would always stop by like IHOP and stuff, only because Cracker Barrel, is a Southern thing. So if we weren't in the South, that wasn't really an option. But yeah, there's a reason it's all along the highway, because people pop in there for breakfast. Okay, now let's do, this one is moss green. Let's do moss green. Go a little bit darker on this area here. And where that's overlapping, shadow from the mushrooms, where this bush is overlapping. Okay, and then let's do the light green again. Pressing just a bit harder. I don't know, Steve and I are going to do some research for what kind of Christmas events there are in this area as well, because we want to make sure we can take the kids to something Christmassy. Connect with Renee on screen so we can watch you both at the same time. That could be fun. Renee, we could end up doing a joint stream. I can't remember though, Renee, do you do much Johanna? Not saying we'd have to do Johanna. We could do like Kirby or something. But I don't know why. I'm having a hard time thinking of a Johanna one that you've done. Waffle House on vacation for the waffles, but even the quality of their, I think that's kind of the way it is for a lot of things. And like I said, with me being gluten-free, I'm honestly not even, I'm using sepia, by the way. I'm not even mad that I end up having to make a lot of stuff, because it ends up being better in the long run anyway, especially if I'm more strict about cutting out my sugars and stuff. Let's see, let's grab a little bit of moss. It's probably having to cut costs and stuff. I mean, cost of everything is up right now. All right, now let's see. Let's add a little bit of this moss green here. That's what I'm saying, man. Forget Black Friday on TVs. I want Black Friday on groceries. Olive black. That is true. I haven't done a Kirby in a while. I have summer books. I don't have the new book. Budget says nope on any purchases here. I've colored a few, Janet. Right? Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. Yeah, I've been looking at some stuff on Black Friday, but it's mostly trying to keep an eye out for good sales on like gifts for the kids for Christmas. But yeah, I definitely am also refraining. Thank you. Shouting for charms, love it. Her double up. Well, probably not today, because that would take some organizing, and I can't get Goofy and Chet. We got a limited window. You're good, Kim. You're good. The amount of times I flub over my sentences, like, completely. Let's see, we're using light green right now. It's kind of ridiculous. It's just standard practice now. Okay, so that's light green, and then let's go with olive gray. Gonna emphasize some of the more shadowy parts of the bushes. We're definitely gonna go with some dark green here in a little bit. We're doing a mix of kind of cooler greens and warmer greens, but there's so much green on here, I wanna vary it. Right, exactly. All right, so now we're gonna do dark green, and I'm actually gonna do, for this part of it, I wanna do little flicks of the dark green on the bushes. Neighbor's dogs are starting to bark again, so I apologize if you can hear them. Eventually I just kind of like, if I'm in here working, because I'm right next to the window, so it's always louder for me, I just end up tuning them out or putting on my headphones or whatever. It's cool enough for the neighbors to keep their dogs out all day now. And so it's just like, God forbid we open the back door and they just like lose their minds. I'm like, okay, buddies, chill. I'm just taking the trash out. But they have a lot to say and really need everyone to know that they have a lot to say. Ooh, there you go, multitask. You'd finish the image, maybe. Renee would get coloring done, maybe. We'd all be distracted. Definitely a fun time for all. Right? Oh my gosh, absolutely. Okay, dark green. And then let's go back to the moss green. Also gonna do little flicks. Just kind of mix it up a bit. I think I'm gonna go with more neutral colors for these mushrooms, kind of like I did for these ones. Oh yes, I can't wait to see it. If it helps, I literally just like made it up as I went along. Like I was thinking, like I knew what I wanted it to look like, but trying to get it to that point is a whole other deal. Like, it's the funny thing is when I started this, I did not plan on doing a background of any kind. Sometimes it's just easier not to do one, but I was just like, we can wing it, see what happens. Worst case scenario, we just light it on fire and call it flambe art. There you go, we both sing, Mama, Mamona. Sounds good, Renee. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's use our blender. Blendy, blend, blend. We can just serenade Mona through the whole thing. Okay, so we're just kind of burnishing the paper a bit. It's smoothing out the tooth of the paper, shifts the pigment around just a little bit, and kind of makes it more vibrant. And then we'll add more black for shadows if we need to. Which is so funny because early days, I did not use black whatsoever. And now I'm like, more black. There we go. I'm liking that. Okay, I'm gonna wait, and I think for the inside of those flowers, we're gonna do like a gold glitter gel pen. All right, so now we're gonna do the mushrooms, and let's do spring green, which I feel like, let's see, that's yellow green, light olive. I don't know if we have spring green out. We're gonna grab spring green. Keep dropping all these color charts here. Here we go. Okay, spring green. Let's see. Ah, we hadn't used it yet. Perfect. Use it now. Okay. All right, so spring green. I'm gonna fill this one in completely, and we're gonna use the white gouache on the mushroom little dots here as well. All right, so spring green, and then let's do the golden ochre. But I also want it to be shaded a little bit, so let's grab. Sounds good, Stacy. Enjoy your lunch. All right, brown ochre. Yeah, I'll be getting lunch after we're done streaming. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of the color I wanted. All right, and then let's grab the sepia. Get some of that shadow on there. Then we'll grab the brown ochre again. Okay, then we'll do the golden ochre. Okay, and the spring green. Okay, and then we'll do the white dots on, actually, let's do it first because some of these I added a little bit of pencil to the top of them once it was there. Haven't had breakfast yet, you gotta get a snack. All right, so I am gonna grab our white here and I'm just gonna use this a teeny tiny brush that I have. Don't even know. This is a 10/0. Basically like 3 hairs. Oh, I'm so glad, Stacy. Yeah, we're big old nice family of a group we got going on here. I love our coloring community. It's always fun too when we can collaborate and do fun things. Okay, there we go. And this one here, and then once it dries, we'll add a little bit of pencil to the circles. I'm not completely covering up the white lines, but I mostly wanted to get kind of the raised portion of it on the outside of it. Okay, clean the brush there. We're gonna pop the lid back on our little white paint here. Okay, let's do a kind of brownish pink mushroom for this one. So let's start with, what color? We could do bronze. Ooh, burnt sienna. I don't think we have, that's a little dark though. You know what, let's do our Bordeaux red again. Bordeaux red, which is here. Okay, so that's gonna be our base color. Okay, Bordeaux red. We're doing a lot of warm colors too because it's going to contrast nicely with the kind of cool and dark background. Right? In one day. I love it. Okay, so that was the Bordeaux red. Then we're going to go in with the purplish red. And I realized I did not get right up to these mushrooms, so we're going to use a little bit of black on that behind it. Sometimes I notice these things more after I've got most of the colors down. All right, and then let's just fix these little spots here. Okay, then we're going to do sepia. Okay, a little darker there, and then we'll grab our purplish red again. Aw, thanks. Yeah, when we all get together, I think Johanna called us the dream team, which I love it. I like it. All right, Bordeaux red. Okay, and then I'm not going to use the blender straight away. I'm going to use the Prismacolor white. Right? Absolutely. Okay. I'm going to use the white because I want to lighten it just a bit, but I also want to smooth that out. Okay. And then let's see, we can go ahead and do these dots here. So let's grab our white again. Got our teeny tiny little baby brush. Where did you say you mentioned the other good colors here on YouTube? So type in !website and there will be a tab that says recommendations, and I have a list of a bunch of streamers. Again, some of them are not active streamers anymore, but they do have a lot of good videos to watch if you like to do part of the replay crew. But otherwise, I should have everybody linked there. I think I still need to add Allison to it. But yes, I have a bunch of them linked there that you can check out and yeah, see if they're your style. Yeah, see, and I have commands for most of them. I think I need to go through and make sure I have a lot of them. But yeah, it's like a side-by-side little long list. Like Tanya's on there, but she doesn't stream anymore. But again, you can rewatch her videos. Okay, so I'm going to let those dry completely. Now we're going to do the base of the mushrooms. I'm going to do kind of like a lighter color. I think we'll bring in some olive brown and brown ochre. Let's see, that's brown ochre. Do I have olive brown already? Right? Replay crew, absolutely. No, you're good, Kim, you're good. The guy exhausted Nightba. He does have a cooldown setting. He does have a cooldown setting, so he's like meant to be like, yeah, nah, we're done, and then he stops. Let's see, that's green ochre. We want olive brown. If it's not here, that means I have it out already, which I think I do. All right, so let's see, that's olive gray, olive black, olive brown, here it is. Yeah, they're still the right ones. Okay, so we have got brown ochre, olive brown, and do we have light lemon yellow? Let's do pale yellow, because I want to use that to kind of blend with it. So what did I say? Pale yellow, yes. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with pale yellow. Where is my... This is what happens when I clean up and then I put things and I can't find... Oh, there it is. I had put my cloth over the top of it. That's why I couldn't see it. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Okay, so pale yellow. Where was it? Oh, I'm doing this. That's right. I don't even remember what I'm doing. Pale yellow. Okay. Then we're going to grab the olive brown. Okay. And then olive brown here as well. And we're going to do the brown ochre. And there. Okay, and then we're gonna do the, woo! I didn't drop my Caran Dash blender. Nope, not at all. Would never do that. Exclamation point lurky. Oh, I love that. I love that, Stacy. Yeah, Shannon's is exclamation point lurky because she's our lurky queen. I love it because she just hangs tight, and then it's just like we need a link or anything. Zoom. She's like our link superhero. There you go. Okay, so I am okay with mushrooms for now. I'm gonna let this white dry completely, and then we'll add some pencil shadow to it. Let's come back up and do these leaves before I forget about them. So we're gonna do the light green. And we're just going to fill in that with all these. Probably going to do mostly light green, dark green, and maybe a little bit of black if we need it, just to keep it consistent for all the rest. But we're also going to use paint to create, to add more to the vine. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Let's do dark green. I did not, oh my God, you guys, that's the second one. You're good, Kim. Right? It's like Pokemon. A wild Shannon appears. If you guys are familiar with Pokemon, that will be a lot more funny. All right, so let's see. We're gonna do this dark green. We'll definitely throw in a little bit of black there. So we're a very Pokemon-y household, and it's been forefront on our minds a lot lately because, you know, we're playing the Pokemon Pocket or whatever. So that, and because I always save funny Pokemon videos for the kids, like my For You page on Instagram, it's like 50% of it is Pokemon stuff. They'll always ask me, like, you save any videos today? I'm like, well, if I haven't been, you know, doom scrolling online, then no, probably not. We're out of the grass for the next squid. It'd be like when you pass those, you know, some of the NPCs, and it's like, you looked at me. We have to battle now. Never mind that you're like level 50 something, and Bug Catcher is like level 2. It's like, okay then. Okay, let's add just a little bit of black. And I would say that, like, we're all about Pokemon because we have kids, but I'd lie if I said that it was just because of that. Like, I don't know. We're a nerdy fam. We like Pokemon. Little Steve has a Pokemon club at school where they trade Pokemon cards. It's very exciting. We've also learned how to tell the difference between a real and a fake Pokemon card. Right? Okay, so we're gonna do just a little bit light green. All right, we are going to break out our paint real quick, which I just have here. This is one of my own palettes. This is what I use when I go out and go painting. But I would like some of these stems and vines to stand out. So I have my handy dandy friendly palette here. So I am gonna take a cloth because I do want it right next to here, but I don't wanna ruin anything. So I have another washcloth here. I just use cloths all the time. I would blow through so many paper towels if I did that. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to, can I zoom out more, or is this, there we go. Okay, so I have my little spray bottle that I use to reactivate my white there. One of the other things you could do, if you don't have more gouache, you could use your white and then once it's completely dry, lightly color over the top. And I say lightly because if you are putting gouache on top of pencil that's already there, it's not able to grab a hold of the fibers of the paper as well. So if you color too hard over white gouache that is on top of pencil, it could scrape away. Charity wants me to play more often. Apparently I'm not ready for Scarlet and Violet. I don't play too many of the video games, but we definitely like to collect them. Oh, unless it's Pokemon Snap. Because I played original Pokemon Snap and I beat original Pokemon Snap. But yeah. Okay, so I have some of this green here that I already have mixed up. So it's just like kind of a nice darker green. So I'm just gonna let it resaturate here. We're gonna add a little bit of whichever green this was. The ones that these are these ones here. So for the colors that I'm using, if you have this set, so this green here, which is what we'll probably be using more of, is the, let's see, is it this one? Let's see, that is the permanent green middle. Okay, so this one here is the oxide of chromium. It's a little bit of a warmer green, and this one here is the permanent green middle. So that is what we're using, and we'll mix it, you know, accordingly. But honestly, you can use, if you don't want to use paint, you can use gel pens, but I have been on such a paint kick lately, I want to keep using it. So again, I have the teeny tiny paintbrush, like it's so small you can barely see it. Talk. You're good, Della. So I'm actually going to start with up here, and I think I need more paint because that's not standing out as much as I would like. We're going to do a little bit more paint, and I tried to almost dip this in water, like my cups that have a lid on. Sorry, I got the paint. If I sound muffled, it's because I do this a lot. So there's that. All right, I'm gonna grab this here, right here is permanent white that I'm grabbing because I just want to lighten this just a little bit. I want it to make sure it stands out from the darker backgrounds. If it's really thin though, it's not gonna stand out too. There we go, that's better. Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of that oxide green there. Added a little bit of white to it. And you can always do a couple of layers, but, and again, you can use gel pen too. I've just been on a paint kick lately, so this is what I like to use. And I know you can't really see the paint, but I'm just basically using that oxide green and just adding a little bit of white to it and just making sure that I have enough pigment that it will show against the black background. See, and this is also why I don't, like, I know I have the face cam that I pop on every now and then, but I don't have it on all the time because this is what you guys would see. You'd see the top of my head. There's just no point. Also, it was like trying the white balance was trying to balance with just my head. And so it was like, oh wait, that's a mushroom. That shouldn't, hold up. That doesn't need it. Okay, so let's see. For the mushroom, actually, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this kind of lighter, kind of ochre brown color I have, and I'm gonna use that for the stems of the mushroom. And then if that's too orange, what you can do, since it's still wet, is just take a little bit of your white. Just lighten that, just a skosh. There you go. Oh, I see. Yeah, also, yeah, and I just find that I can get smoother lines with the paint. Just start doing random words. Or You ever hear that, I think it's called NaNoWriMo? I have a writer friend where, like for the course of, what is it, November? They'll do like 2 words and eventually like it creates like a haiku or something at the end of the month. Okay, so now we're gonna do green for this vine here. Add a little bit more white so it stands out just a bit. I try not to mix too much with this paintbrush because it's so tiny, it's not gonna work very well. Chatting, there you go. Oh no, Renee. What were you using for your face cam? Because I have the C920. I do have another camera that I could plug in, but it's kind of complicated to link up with OBS. And yeah, I don't know. The C920 is just easier considering how little I use the face cam. Like I said, I don't always have it on. If I was like a gaming streamer, I'd probably have it on more often, but. And I know my hand is resting on the page, but I'm not too worried about smearing that because it's all dried paint. Just a Logitech? Yeah, this one's a Logitech too. Yeah, it's like HD 1080, but because I've got the window right in front of me, which is great for working on this, but like I don't get my normal-ish, I'm not this pale until I move back, but if I'm up closer to the window, it's like, oh, hello, Frosty Emily the Snowman. Frosty the colorist was a jolly happy soul with a Caran dash and a doll 133 and a paint palette made out of pigment. I got nothing. This is the quality content you guys are here for. Hi, Mona. Mona. Thank you. Well, I will say, so I don't know how many core processors your PC has, but when I initially started streaming, I was using my laptop, which was only a 2-core processor, and it could not handle the second camera. The PC that I have now, I was actually able to save up with it, or save up for it through streaming to finally get it. But the PC I have now is actually a 6-core processor, which in the realm of like PCs for gamers is still pretty weak. But for what we're using it for, it works just fine. Oh, it's a 7-core. It's a 7-core. So yeah, unless you've got loads of, you'll be able to tell if that's the case. When you have everything up and running, like your cam and everything, open up your task manager and see where the majority of your CPU power is going. And then you'll be able to see if it's like pulling too much or if it's not able to handle the load of running that many things. That'll give you a little bit more insight. Okay, so that vine is done. Now I think I want to add a little, because this doesn't stand out that much from the background. So I think what I want to do is add a little bit more of the brighter green for this one here. So I'm going to add that. So I'm using, this was the other green that I had. I'm using that there. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more of that permanent white. And I think a bit more of this green. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Yes, the important cam still works. Exactly. Yeah, like if I got to the point where I couldn't use the cam on here, it would not be the end of the world. So you can see it's beating up on top of it a little bit. So you may need to go over it a couple times if you're doing this. Now it's a straight line, but I'm making it a little bit more curvy. And again, I'm just getting a light glare here, I swear. Hang on. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then we'll make this brighter. I don't know. Hopefully you can see it. Here we go. And it's okay if I go over this a little bit. I'm probably just going to color over these lines when I move on to that one. So this part was a spider web. There was a spider here, and then you can kind of see the loops that were there, but I wanted to do more like vines. And again, you can do this with gel pen. I'm on a paint kick. I wanted to use paint. What time is it? All right, I'm gonna be right back for just a couple seconds. Kids are pretty quiet, but given that I am the adult responsibility one here, I just want to go check on them real quick. So I am going to mute for just a moment and I will be right back. We're good. They're fine. So I'm like, how you guys doing? We're good. Okay. Okay. They're generally pretty independent, but I'm just like, it's been 2.5 hours. They're old enough that they don't need direct supervision, but still. Okay. Just reinforcing that, and then let's do just a little, not the kind of loopiness that was there, but I want to do just a little bit of vine here. Okay, and then we're going to do some leaves. We'll use a little bit darker green because I'm probably not going to use pencil over this since there is pencil in the background. I don't want to scrape the gouache off. And I don't know, it may still look a little too spider webby, but I wanted to do vines instead of spiders. Let's see. Hi, Julie, how are you? Okay, and let's see, let's do a little loop-de-loop vine here. Gonna go back over that again. Like I said, this is a teeny tiny paintbrush. But honestly, like if I ever got a lifetime supply of tiny paintbrushes, I would be in heaven. And then we're gonna use the heat gun here so we can go ahead and put our darker green over the top. And then we're gonna have a vine that kind of hangs down a little bit. Right? Yeah, no, the tinier the better in my book, honestly. Okay, hang on. Paul is annihilating the door because he really wants in, so I'm going to go crack it open 1 second. No, that's fair. That's fair. I like adding tiny details on it. I'm sorry, sir. Did you need something? He didn't even walk in when I opened the door. I had the door cracked though, so he can come and go as he wants. But you're not hopping up here today, sir. I'm painting. Okay, there we go. All right, let's do a little bit more. Okay. Let's see, let's get some over here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and dry this now. Oh yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Of course, I suppose with this, they could climb down that vine, leap across. No, no. All right, let's go ahead and dry this. Then we'll add some darker green to give it a little bit of depth, because right now we're just at single color for the green. Marathon stream day. Okay, it's almost dry. Almost there. How loud is the heat gun for you guys? Can you still hear me pretty clear when I use it? All right, we're gonna get a little bit more of this green. Okay, and I'm just gonna, I'll zoom out so you can see what I'm mixing. I'm going to, I think, put it up here. Okay. Ooh, it could have. Not loud at all? Okay, good. Okay, and then we're gonna use, let's get this a little bit of black here. A little bit more. Can you see how you're fine? Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome. There we go, that's better. That's what I wanted. Okay, so we have a nice kind of dark green. So now we're gonna use this to help define the vine a little bit. And I think we'll bust out with a lighter green as well, just to give it a little bit more depth. There we go. Yeah, that's not too shabby. Okay, then we'll do this. Okay. All right, and then let's get some white green. Okay, we're gonna come up here, and all of this kind of lighter green that I did, I'm going to mix it up at the top so it's a very light green. So this is about what we want. Okay, now we're gonna use this as our highlight green. Yeah, I love tiny brushes. There we go, that's coming along. Okay, then we're gonna do this. Oh, that was a little too thick. A little too thick with not having my hand at the right angle. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and put some of this light green here as well. Just a little bit to help it kind of stand out some. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Doesn't need to be too detailed. It's pretty small. Okay, so we're gonna, let's see, was there any other paint stuff I needed to do? I think that's it for now until we decide to do the stars. Okay. So we'll move this back over here. I'm gonna get a sip of water. Okay. So now, let's see. This is dried. Let's add our little bit of shading there. So I'm going to grab, this is the grayish black. Just a little bit. Kind of help give these little spots just a touch of dimension. There we go, just a little bit. You guys are getting a glare right now, but I swear it looks much nicer in real person. Tiny brushes. Oh, thanks, Dee. All right, so we'll need to go back to these here, but we're gonna keep moving down and we're gonna do this. So let's see, we'll do a green for that one too. Let's actually use the dark green as our main color. Like this will be our lighter color. We'll make this patch a little bit darker. doing the dark green. And because there wasn't pencil underneath this little part here, that gouache should stay pretty well. I mean, if you were really to wail on it and really wanted to scratch it up, you could, but in this instance, it's gonna work really well for this. Okay, then we're gonna go in with the, what is this one? This one is the olive black. Okay. Where this is kind of curved, we're gonna get some of that shadow in. Okay. Go. Okay, let's use the dark green again. Okay, pressing a little bit harder. Definitely going to bring in some black. And then let's use our light green over that dark green. Kind of smooth it out just a bit. Okay. All right, then we're gonna grab the black. I wanna make sure that we do some shadow where this vine touches down. And this one. I think it's cast in a shadow. Okay. Gonna bring that up. And grab our dark green again. Okay, there we go. All right, we still need to do that grass. Let's do this, and I think we'll just make it a brown, actually. Do you ever hear from, oh, from Bev? Usually she's around Johanna's streams. Did anybody see her when Johanna did her recent stream? I mean, I've never really talked to Bev outside of streams. I might have once. But no, come to think of it, I haven't really. I don't know if she's on Instagram either. I know she's on Facebook because that's usually where she chats at, but yeah, I'm not sure. That is a good question. Yeah, because she usually talks in all caps. I mean, she's probably fine, but hi, Audrey. Ooh, awesome. Love my lurky lurkers. Okay, just gonna use the blender. Try not to go over that grass because it's kind of hard to do pencil over blender later, but we will persevere. Okay, let's go ahead and use the moss green to fill in the grass, or at least these blades of grass that are here. Okay. And we'll do moss green on this little piece that's jutting out as well. And I need to touch up some brown underneath of that. Okay, so let's grab our sepia. Yeah, that's a good question. Now I'm curious. Yeah, because I don't think she has, I don't think she has an Instagram. All right, so now we're gonna do dark green. A little bit there. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit of the pale yellow on this little mound here. Nothing? You did not see or hear me break a lead because I pressed too hard? Definitely did not. Okay, let's use that here. I would never. You know what I think I want to do? Is go back with some green paint later and emphasize some of these little, yeah, possibly. Emphasize some of these little blades of grass. But I assume that these are probably rocks. So let's grab, this is the beige. Is beige what I want? No, not beige. Let's do this gray. Okay. Unless that's like a nest or something. But I'm going with rocks. Exactly, what snap? I didn't hear a snap. All right, so we're gonna do the black. Yeah, we are going until we finish this today, which we're getting there. We're getting closer. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's do, I've been doing these windows in black. Nobody's home. Let's see, let's grab, this is cinnamon. Okay, and then sepia. I mean, honestly, at this point, there's so many social medias. It's so hard to keep up with all of them. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think we'll do paint last once everything is colored. Okay, we need to do these bottles here. Now, I think those were initially supposed to be like soap or shampoo because it was water, but I think we're gonna roll with it. So let's actually do, let's see. Yeah, let's do beige for this bottle here. Okay, and then we'll do the sepia. Okay, and then let's do a pink label on this. I did join Threads. You know, I don't really post much on Threads unless I post it here, but I don't know, is it just me? You know how like when you're scrolling through Instagram, it'll give you like a little tidbit of something that's like going on or whatever? Like I never click them because they're irritating and like depressing. Maybe it's just because they're trying to get somebody like interested in Threads or whatever. But I've never gone on there. I only got it just to get my name on there, but it always shows me like people who have like negative posts. Like they're like, I can't believe yada yada happened. Am I the only one? Like, why does it show me that? I never click on Threads. So it's not even like, oh, she consistently clicks like depressing things. Like, no, I never click it because the preview is always like, I can't believe such and such happened, or something that's like, you know, gotten a lot of traction because it's like something, I don't know. Oh, tombstones. I just didn't know what he's home. When is he getting dinner? I started when Emily has her finished picture. Grilled cheese tonight, dude. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Threads really just doesn't apply to me. I did get, or not apply, appeal. I did, that was, what was that? That was salmon pink. I did get my screen name for another new social that's going around, but again, mostly so that I had my screen name. I can't even remember the name of it. But it's like new Twitter. Its symbol is like a little butterfly or something. Again, I can only keep up with so much. Like I cross post to TikTok and I cross post shorts sometimes. Most of my social media stuff though is on Instagram. I've got my For You page, like Blue Sky. Thank you, Marcy. Yes, I got my Blue Sky name. Oh, I forgot about these little things. We need to do that. But I have my For You page. On Instagram is like mostly dogs because I follow a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't really, I think I follow the people I have there or whatever, but it's whenever you're scrolling through Instagram and it's got like a little block that says, oh, this is on Threads, and whatever is there, it's just something, I'm like, you know, I don't want to look at Threads. And I don't even really know how to use it. Like I did the automatic thing where you're already following the people that you follow on Instagram. But anytime I've ever like opened it up because I posted something in our activity, it's not like, right, exactly. Like, I don't even know how to see the people that I follow. I don't know. I feel like I grab them so that I have my screen name, but I just feel like it's too many. Like, I'm just like, I can't keep up with all of this. All right, aubergine. Although from what I gather, you can get monetized on Threads, which would be nice, you know, a second source of tiny income. I do like though, because Instagram doesn't require you to reach, or at least I don't know if it's switched it for everyone, but it no longer requires me to reach a certain threshold of bonuses. Like, it's not much anyway. I get like $3 per month if it's done well. You really need something to go viral for it to pay off, but still, like, I don't know, man. not to have a TikTok account. I wouldn't worry about it. I honestly only, I'm using light purple. I only use it to cross post and just to have another thing out there. I did have something go more viral-ish. It's got like 500,000 views or so on TikTok and semi-viral on Instagram. And it's been nice, but TikTok isn't monetized yet. So, you know, I'll just cross my fingers that one day when I reach the creator, I see that was dark green and I'm using light green, that something will just go nuts. Like if that went viral again like that, that would pay a few bills. That would be nice. Let's see, Van Dyke Brown. We're definitely going a lot of like neutral colors with this. So it's just like, I would say Instagram is my primary one, and that's where I post most of my reels. And then, you know, if it fits for the other platforms, I'll do that too. But otherwise, I'm like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I completely got rid of Twitter once it switched over to X. Like the only time I ever really got on Twitter was one when a gaming friend, because Twitter is good for gaming groups and stuff. But I would get that, and then yeah, once it switched over to X, I was just like, yeah, nah. So it's not even on my phone anymore. I don't recall the last time I've been there, and I don't even have it like an Emily Illustrator. I have like my gaming profile for that, but that's it. I'm like, yeah, no, I would just go there for like news to see what's trending. Oh my God, during COVID, like Tom Hanks was trending. I was like, oh no, he better not have died. Oh, see, yeah, I don't ever, even on Facebook, like my personal Facebook, I hardly ever post there. Mostly because originally I kept it to keep family and everything up to date with the kids, but I don't even do that anymore. Oh, hello, madam. Is this where we're hanging out now? I'm trying to paint. You can't be up here when I'm painting. And we're, oh, okay. Okay, kitty, here. I'm gonna open the window and you can sit on the windowsill if you would like to see the outside. Okay, there you go. Go on the windowsill. You're good. She's like, absolutely not. Okay, well, she's not covering up where we're painting, so yeah, Audrey, same. All right, we're gonna work around the swishing cattail. We'll see. Oh, kitty. All right, so these are like those little cattail, swampy kind of things. So I'm gonna fill this with brown, but we're gonna go over it with white too, so they'll pop just a little bit more. Wait, who was? Only posting people, gotta be a hassle. Wait, what did I miss? Butterfly, where did Butterfly put? Wait, who was just down the street? I think I missed something. But now I'm curious. Celebrity sighting is always fun. I have a couple of those, not a ton. Little girl from Jurassic Park. I went to college with her. She was in my choir class. We only talked once or twice though. I think she got a little burnt out when people started recognizing her, which I don't blame her. There's definitely got to be like a almost trapped feeling to be a celebrity, that it's hard to go anywhere without getting noticed. Oh, Tom Hanks! Oh, that's cool. Ooh, he is my bucket list to meet though. He is super cool. I love like almost anything he does. Him and Meg Ryan were such a quintessential like 90s rom-com. Like it was perfect. Annie, you're sitting on my cloth here. She is fascinated with the window at the moment. No. Did you get paint on you? No, you're good. You're good. She's like, don't touch my tail, ma'am. Okay, so I'm just smoothing out some of that white. Let's get a little bit more. And actually, these cattails are usually darker on top, but I want them to stand out from the main brown part of it, so we're kind of just rolling with it here. We're making a new plant. Oh, really? Did you talk to her? Oh, but you literally bumped into her? Oh, that's cool, butterflies. That's really cool. Wait, what happened when you literally ran into her? Went a little out of the line. Oh well, they're small. You could do just a little bit of dark brown. I just plowed into Hillary Swank. That's hilarious. Hey man, everybody's got to buy in bulk sometimes. I was actually thinking today, I wish there was a Costco here because some of my favorite leggings, I didn't have a Costco membership because I couldn't justify it. We had it when or we did Sam's Club when the kids were like still in diapers. But they had some, I think the brand is Danskin. Anyway, I really love their leggings, but we don't have one around here. And I would just go with my friend when I did it. I have half of mine to message her and be like, hey, so if I sent you some money, can you go to Costco for me for some more of these leggings? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love You've Got Mail. So good. You've Got Mail. Okay, I think I'm okay with those for now. They kind of disappear, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Are you getting down now? Are we good? Do we have the desk? Okay, we have the desk back, folks. Window is open at the moment, and knock on wood, no doggos are barking, so we are good for a bit. All right, I'm gonna move that white over here. We're gonna be using the same brush for the rest of our stars as well. That's hilarious. You're like, yeah, I nearly plowed her down in Costco. Costco and Instacart, but do you still have to have a Costco membership? Like, you have to have a Costco membership to shop Costco online, don't you? If not, man, I'm headed straight over. It's like $7, and like they've lasted me years. We're celebrities, and I work with way too many people to realize it's someone famous and not just another person I've worked with. Oh, I love that. Okay, so we have little Mr. Turtle here. Let's go for a slightly lighter color. Let's do lime green? No, let's do light green again. Let's do light green for the grass here. Okay. Oh, don't let me forget to do, actually, no, we'll skip those stems. It's fine. Got our little turtle friend here. Maybe the turtle has like a hidden parachute so that if he falls off the mountain, he can just parachute down. If I ever do this page again, I'll draw like a little parachute, like he's got a tiny little turtle backpack. Okay, let's see. Then let's do we want to grab a different green? Let's see. Oh, Misha Collins from Supernatural. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he's handsome. Probably if you have to in the store. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because I'd totally order him. Let's see. I draw on the big screen watching you organize my spices and breakfast. Love it. Oh, thanks, Kenny. Yeah, I'm going to be using up a lot of the spices this week. Let's see. Let's do Empire Green. Do I have that out already? What is this one? This one is grayish green. Let's grab Empire Green. Lurky lurk. Definitely is not quick reflexes. Let's see. Emerald green, Empire green. Here we go. A little bit more greenish. Okay, and let's give that a quick sharpen. Where did I put the sharpener? Oh, it's right there. Oh, granddaughter is here. Yay. Oh, is she going to be there for Thanksgiving as well? All right, so Empire green. Okay. I'm gonna kind of go over the light green a bit. Definitely where the turtle is, because that's gonna be darker. Get a little shadow from Todd the turtle here. That's his name now. He is named Todd. A little bit of shadow where the hills are. And again, we're gonna be bringing in black here as well. So this is just the kind of preliminary greens. How are we doing on time anyway? All right, we have been going for 3 hours. I'm going to guess. All right, we're gonna do a poll. We're gonna do a poll, all right? You can choose, start poll. How much longer will this page take? Question mark, okay? You can choose 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 1 hour, another 3 hours. There you go. I'm just throwing in a crazy choice. Okay, there. Go ahead and put your vote. Okay, we're at 3 hours now. How much longer do you think it will take us to finish this page? Because we're going until it's done. So 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 3 hours. I'm going to laugh if anybody actually chooses 3 hours. I'm not that slow. I'm going to go lightly over the light green. Oh, hang on. I guess it depends on how many interruptions. Paul, don't you do it. That's not your food. That's not your lunch. Thank you, sir. 1 second, chat. Ah, perfect. Never mind. We brought the queen kitty for her lunch. She's been eating pretty good lately, so that said we could do a little bit more dry food with her rather than wet food all the time. Let's see. Oh, yes, zoom out. There we go. All right. So we have this to color, and we have stars, and then any other little details, and it's almost done. It's almost there. So yeah, we probably won't do words today because this is like marathon stream. Oh no, I've been disappointed by words lately. Wait, what did Christine say? Hold on. Wait, what did Christine say? I missed it. Oh, chatting. All right, so yeah, this is how long will it take without words? Without words. I don't know, words has been letting us down lately. I'm kind of like, come on, words. Words tax on like 20 more minutes. Okay, then we're gonna do a little bit of dark green. Let's see. What are the votes here? 18% for 3 hours. Guys. Crack me up. Alright, so we're gonna use the dark green. I'll just be excited to have it done. Thanks, Kim. Yeah, words has been sad. I don't know why. Also, I thought it was funny. Words. Ooh, Dominique, nice. Okay, let's do dark green on these big leaves too. We're gonna come back to the grass. We're not done with it yet. Dark green for our main color here. These are definitely going to be darker leaves. Go around the grass. Go. Okay, so now let's get the, do I want olive black? Yeah, let's do olive black. Okay. This side is going to be much darker. And we are going to break out our black here shortly. I don't want to do the olive black everywhere, but it gives it a slight variation in the greens. Okay, now we're going to do the black, definitely under Mr. Todd here. Todd the turtle. Give him a little shadow. Okay, same thing on this side. Like I said, the left side is darker consistently throughout the whole picture. Okay, then let's get our... Oh! Thank you. You're right, it was not clipped on. It was fun. Well, and the nice thing is too about smaller names, I can go a lot more detailed with the embroidery as well. Because I want to make sure, you know, that it fits all in, but it is nice when I can get fancy. Because Kim's, hang on. She wants out now. She finished her lunch. With Kim's, I was able to do it like, almost like it had been machine embroidered. Hang on 1 second, chat. There you go. Hold up. She gets fed multiple times a day throughout the day because she has to have smaller meals. Okay. It can shorten to Dom. There you go. That works. There you go. All right. Oh, Michelle. That is a good idea. Hang on. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write that down. That is a brilliant idea. Okay. Exclamation point. Mike. Okay. I have it here. I'm going to put the sticky note right here where I can see it. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I swear this is darker. You're just getting like glare. Panicking, panicking, panicking. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and use our blender because I want to kind of smooth this out and see where we're at for the darkness and the greens. Let's see here. I love these blender pencils. Okay, let's see. Let's get our light green again. I wish I could just get this like more accurate for you guys. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Here we go. I do have a nice font that's called Monoline, and I think it's actually called Christmas Monoline or something, but it makes for really nice lettering for longer names as well. Because when I do it, what I do is I print out the name how I want it for the size that it fits, and then I use my light board and I transfer the name over, actually using white Prismacolor, onto the fabric, and then that gets embroidered through it, and I'll just, you know, choose whatever thread helps it to stand out the most when I do it. Now some of them are, yeah, so some of them, here, let's switch over here real quick. So some of them have like a holographic, here, actually, I'll grab Mike's here, hang on. Eventually I want to get a wireless one, that would be cool. So Durbin's has kind of a pretty vinyl on it. We've got gold glitter, let's see, Josephine is gold. I've got silver glitter, and then Kim's is here. Natalie's has got kind of the shiny holographic, and then let's see who has, yeah, Madame Butterfly has a good example of one. So swap it over. Yeah, see the light. So Kim's, I did the embroidery, and I like how thick I was here. Let's get that in focus. I like how thick I was able to make it. So that's Kim's. This one is, hey look, Mike. This one is done with the Christmas monoline. I'm so glad. This one is the Christmas monoline, and yeah, it's really pretty, especially for longer ones. And then this is the glitter gold vinyl. I feel like they look the nicest on the green ones. Right. Lisa's has the glitter silver, and then Durbin and Natalie, and I think there's a couple more, have this one where it's like it turns purple, but it's like a gold and purple shift on that one. So yeah, there's a few of them because I have different vinyls that I've tested out. I do have some like plain white vinyl, but I don't know. I like the glitter. I feel like it's not as like, just plain white is boring. Right? Yeah, I'm really loving how they turned out. I wonder if maybe not. Okay, just trust that this looks darker than it is. We're dealing with glare. Yeah, I like the way Durbin's turned out. I'm gonna take these clips off real quick. And we're gonna see, yeah, that helped a lot. So if your paper is ever curling too much, when it's still warm, clip it to the side, and it will help flatten it. Looking cool though, we're almost done. We're getting there. Depends on how often I get sidetracked. Just call them my side quests, that's all. All right, let's do all, first of all, that's aubergine, and I definitely didn't just drop that. Olive black, that's what we were going for. Oops. All right, so we're gonna do olive black. Go. That's like kind of in the mountain a little bit. Right? It's so nice. So I have one vinyl one I think to do right now. I've got a few that are on deck. Let's see. Nope, not that page. I almost clicked the wrong page. As soon as it loads here. And I want to get those all caught up and done for Friday. And really, this is just my way of thanking you guys all for, you know, hanging out and chatting and supporting. And I wish that YouTube made it so lurkers could earn them too, like Twitch does. So not to say I don't appreciate my lurkers. I appreciate them so, so much. But I like that we can have this kind of project that almost visualizes it a little bit, you know? Okay, let's see. So loyalty, let's go to store. Okay, so I currently have 6 squares. So Britt has 2 charms. Renee has a charm. Cece has a vinyl name, and then Christine has a rainbow flower, and Allison, hers is behind. I need to do her picture frame because I had to wait to ask her on stream. But right, it's so nice. Oh, thanks, Kelly. That was a short name. Right, yeah, I can definitely, because Sue's is a little bit more in depth as well. Okay, so let's see. Let's use our blender on these big leaves. There we go. Let's see. And then we're going to use some black on them. I do need them to be kind of dark. They are on this left side, so they are not getting much sunlight. Honestly, I'm amazed they grow. Right? Possibly. I know, between like this and the 8-day stream, like that was definitely a time to catch up on some points, which it was kind of nice too, because I know that there were a lot of cancellations, or at least they just have been recently, but it is what it is. Kids get sick, things going on. But it's nice that every now and then I can do these extra ones to kind of help make up the points time. There we go. Yeah, I like that. All right, we're gonna do black on here as well. And then we'll use our blender to kind of just soften the lines just a little bit. But I'll have to think about what we're gonna do next. My instinct says more Johanna, but I also know not everybody is all about Johanna, so I think I'm gonna do a flip through. Like I said, also we're gonna have a bit of a thing with Grazia Salvo here, probably coming up in December. There's not a date set for it, but there is going to be the potential for PDF book giveaways. I'm using black right now. PDF book giveaway, and yeah, just lots and lots of fun. So if you are a fan of Grazia Salvo, file that away, and I'll let you know when I get everything scheduled and put up. So that will be coming soon to a live stream near you. Let's see. Lots of points are, yes, exactly. Oh no, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it because remember I said I think I want to wait and binge watch it. I think I want to wait and binge watch it. I think I'm gonna need to unfollow Outlander just while this is going until they're all out. But yes, but that being said, I've read the books, but I also know that they've kind of gone off books a little bit, so I'll be curious to see how it goes. But yeah, I have not seen it yet. Oh, didn't see. Oh, about Jem. Yeah, so I'm aware what happens to Jem, but as far as how the show has done it, I'm not sure. All right, so let's see. An hour at 43%. Okay, I'm gonna hit end poll, so remember what you did. You're funny. Oh no, Kelly. Dilute it with lots of water. As it is, I have to drink half calf. Like I can't do full calf. All right, let's go ahead and grab spring green for this grass here. Yeah, so I've read all the books, so I have a general idea of what's going to happen, but I have no idea how they're going to work it for the show. But yeah, I think I just want to wait and binge watch the whole thing because I hate cliffhangers too, and it's just going to drive me crazy. All right, we're going to do black for the windows again. We'll do a little, let's see, is this the sepia? Yeah, sepia will work. Okay, a little bit of sepia, a little bit of Van Dyke brown. And let's blend that through. Decaf, yeah. Yeah, I do half calf, and I can definitely feel a difference when I drink full calf. But drinking half calf also allows me to, on occasion, have a second cup of coffee during the day. Otherwise, I would not be able to. My heart would like implode. All right, and let's kind of stick with the theme, and let's do kind of pinkish little flowers down here. 2 cups of coffee and now iced tea. I hope I don't get the jitters. Well, I'm gonna go have lunch after this. And I don't know if I'll do another cup of coffee today, only because I'm planning on drawing a good portion of the afternoon. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna need to make sure my hands don't get all cattywampus. Let's see, purplish red. I'm tempted though. I am tempted to watch the new episode, but I don't like cliffhangers. They were mean enough hiding half the season from us. Okay, I'm gonna do not all of these in pink. Like I just hate it when they split it up. All right, and then let's do aubergine. I'm just too impatient. That's the problem. I want to know what happens now. So if I pretend it doesn't exist until they're all out, then I can just binge watch them all at once. Take a Saturday, and that's all I do. I mean, if they do one episode, and I think there's 8 episodes, isn't there? I think there's 8. All right, let's use the blender. Which means, what, it'll all be out by Christmas? Oh, I don't know if I can wait till Christmas. All right, I'm gonna have to think about this. Ah, yes, there you go. That'll counteract it. You gotta go opposite. All right, so we're gonna use a little bit of black on the side of these. I'll grab a little bit of green for the vines for these as well when we bust out the paint again. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so let's come up here and do these. Let's do yellowish leaves for this. So we're gonna grab the pale yellow. We got a little bit of paint in the background, but that'll be okay. All right, pale yellow. Let's see, and then we'll have mushrooms over there. And then we're gonna grab our golden ochre. Oh, that's good, that's real good. Right, butterflies? I know, me too. January 10 last episode. Oh, I don't know if I want to wait that long or if I'm going to be able to stay spoiler free. Right, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, the trial memberships. I think I'll just need to unfollow all of the Outlander stuff for now so I don't get spoilers. Yeah, they just really like to drag that out, don't they? And how much you want to bet the last season they're going to do the same thing? It's like, we know it's filmed already. Stop trying to drag it out. All right, and then ochre. Because like they posted when they were done filming season 8, but they're probably just going to extend it. There's also a part in the last books that I really don't want, but I know they're probably going to include it. For those of you that have read the books, it's going to involve Claire and Lord John
But I don't know that I want it to happen. I should just read the books and be done with it. And pretend that the show doesn't exist.
That works, right? Do 4 at a time? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, unfollow, I got spoiled. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna think I'm gonna have to. Oh, thanks, Kelly. Which one comes to Peacock? Are we talking about Outlander or another one? I got you. A trial. Yeah, I got you. Okay, let's do Van Dyke Brown just a little bit, especially for these ones that are on the edge. Not a ton. I still want it to look more yellow than it does brown. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll add stems to it also. Okay, let's do these little mushy mushrooms. And let's do, I don't want to do fully brown. My instinct says yes, but I think we'll go with orange. So if I have russet out, russet would be good. What's this one? Russet, perfect, it's russet. Oh, Yellowstone, oh, I gotcha. Okay, we're gonna do all of these russet. And then we'll also be using the white gouache for their little dot as well. Russet, and then let's use the Bordeaux red. Okay. So Bordeaux red. All right, and then let's grab some of the sepia. Oh, I should have Renee's stream up on here. Hang on, make sure it's turned down. Okay, I got Renee's on in the background. There we go. Be part of the lurker cloud. Crowd. We've been doing too many clouds. Oh, you're good, Jeanette. Well, that just says something that we're still streaming even after a nap. But you know what? I saw this thing the other day, and it's so true. When we're kids, when we're little, we fight all the naps. But when we're grown-ups, we fight to have the naps because we want the naps. All right, so we're going to do Van Dyke Brown a little bit on the stalk there. And then we're going to do beige. There we go. Let's see. Let's get just a little bit of white. Just a skosh. There we go. Okay. Now we have our little turtley turtle, Todd the Turtle. I'm going to give him kind of a cool look. We're gonna see, my instinct says brown, which we might still do a little bit of brown, but I also want to do some blue. So we're going to grab night blue. Excuse me. Some water here. Okay, night blue. I've never pulled stream back up there again. Okay, night blue, which is number 149. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay, and we are going to do all night blue along this part of the shell. Okay. Then we're going to grab, let's grab Van Dyke Brown. Just a little bit of brown. Because my initial instinct was to have like a brown shell. Okay, then we're going to do night blue again. Sorry, I was just looking at Jack, keeping up. Ooh, how many points does Audrey have? I missed it. Paramount Plus, yeah. 3 butterflies, and then paint touch-ups, and then stars. Ooh, 1,300, nice. Okay, so then we're gonna grab the night blue again, go over the brown just a bit. Okay, then we'll do, let's see, excuse me, oh my goodness. Let's do, actually, let's do, what is this one? This one is the brown ochre. Yeah, let's do brown ochre here. Okay, straight across that. And then we're gonna do the sepia. Right? Like, I know his face. I don't know his name. All right, there's sepia there. Okay, a little bit more sepia on the shell. And then for his body, let's do pink. Be a pink little turtle. Okay, so we're gonna do pink number 81. We'll do pink with some brown mixed in. because why not? Oh, first charm. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, so we're doing Van Dyke Brown just a bit. Okay, just a little bitty bit. Okay, let's use the blender. Okay. And then let's grab some black. It's how I am with like kids' moms. So like I am familiar, like especially when the kids were in pre-K, I would volunteer at their schools a lot. So I knew a lot of the kids' faces, but I didn't know some of the parents as well. So like I run into them at Target and they like, oh, hey, Emily. And I'm like, hey, you, but I know your kid. I'm just terrible with names. I'm so bad. Like I'm sure they probably told me their name at some point, but yeah. Okay. Little turtle is done. So now we need to do the butterflies. We've got butterfly, moth, whatever it is. Let's zoom out just a tiny bit. Right, Kim? It's just like, I feel bad because they remember me, but I certainly don't remember them. Okay, so I'm going to go with like bright colors. We're going to do like oranges and pinks and greens. Let's see, what do we have for orange? Let's do reddish orange for sure, and we'll do some yellow. So reddish orange, and let's bust out with the lemon yellow. Okay, and we're gonna do probably periwinkle blue. All right, and then we'll do probably the purplish red, which we have here. And we'll grab a bright blue. So let's do turquoise blue and gentian blue. Okay. So let's see. Turquoise, let's see. Let's see. Turquoise blue is 171. Oh, there it is. I was looking right. Turquoise blue and gentian blue, which is 370. Okay, perfect. We got our colors. And then we'll add shadow where shadow needs to be added. So let's see, we're gonna grab our sharpener real quick. We're getting close, we're getting close. Did you mean to put that in Renee's chat, Kim? Well, we're almost done here. We are almost done. We are getting there. I did that one time. Tammy was streaming, and you know, Tammy is in Australia side of the world. And I was responding to Steve. I think I've told this story before, but I was responding to Steve to a text. And you know how like the preview of the text will pop down at the top? Oh, gotcha. It'll pop down at the top. Well, Steve was coming back from taking the kids to school because at the time that's how we did things. And I was trying to explain to him that I had left the front door unlocked. Versus coming in through the garage. And I said something like, oh, you can come in, the garage. Basically, I said, you can come in such and such a door. But the way that it was phrased, it sounded like they were joking, like, oh, Emily's letting the mailman come in the front door. And I'm like, oh, God, no, that's not what I meant. I was pretty mortified. I'm like, I'm just talking to Steve, I swear. All right, so reddish orange. We're just going to do solid colors for now. So reddish orange here. Like that's not what I intended, I promise. Okay, let's see. And then let's see. Let's do a little bit of orange on the, we're gonna kind of do these all simultaneously. Okay, and then let's grab the turquoise blue. We're gonna do turquoise blue on this section. And we're gonna do turquoise blue up on this large wing here. Okay, and then we're gonna do the periwinkle blue, I think here, on that wing there. Let's see, let's do the, let's see, purplish red. Right? I know, we have 3 hours. I've only known, at some point I gotta feed myself and, attend to the small people in the house. Okay, so we're gonna do purplish red.
Yeah, because we would do those full colorathons. Those were intense. I did one of those one time and the scheduling was a nightmare. And I'm like, oh my God, never again. Okay, and then we're gonna do the yellow here. Okay, yellow, yellow. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of yellow up there. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna grab the aubergine. And we're gonna use that as kind of our shadow color for all of them. So aubergine, kind of up around the wings. Just give it a little bit of depth. Obviously, think about it, like this floating island has to be like home to fairies or something, because can you imagine if you were the size of this house and you walked out and saw these giant, I mean, the mushrooms and the turtle too, so it's got to be like a fairy house, but still giant. But I like a butterfly as much as the next person, but I think I'd have to draw the line at giant butterfly. There we go. All right, so we checked the time at noon. How far are we in? We're 30 minutes in. Okay, so if you voted 30 minutes, sorry, we passed the 30 minutes. We're getting there though. We're really close. We're really, really close. All right, aubergine here. This one's already pretty dark. And actually, I think I'm gonna, rather than paint for the butterflies, we're gonna bust out the gel pen, but that means we're gonna do the gel pen last. Okay. Is everything colored in? Hang on, let me look it up. Okay, let's see. Did I miss any spots? I don't think so. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the white gouache, and then we'll do the stars, and then the gel pen will be last. Last. Okay, so let's get our little heart here. Grab the cloth to put on the page. Okay, put that here, make sure it stays safe. You absolutely could. Thanks, Kim. Yeah, we'll do the rest of the white gouache that we need to do, and then we will, yeah, bust out some gel pens for our finishing touches. Thank you. All right, let's get a little bit more water in here. Just a skosh. Let's see, where is our teeny itty bitty little paintbrush? Here it is. So we're gonna bring our water up. So we're gonna do touch-ups around here first, then we'll do stars, and then we'll do the gel pen. Okay? So, yeah, that's pretty good here. Yeah, because for the butterflies antennae, we'll do gel pen. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit of our white here. So let's see. We need to do this. Okay, and that'll need to dry before we do the little bit of pencil on it. And we'll dry it before we move our hand up because I really don't want to mess it up. Okay. So we're just kind of doing our final touch-ups here. Let's see, I'm gonna grab this real quick, the paint. And I'm gonna use a little bit of that green that we mixed up earlier. So clean the brush. Okay. Actually, no, we could do this ochre kind of color. Okay, there's no extra water on there. And we're just gonna do a little bit for these so that the stems aren't disappearing. Because I don't need them to like stand out a ton, but I also don't want them to disappear. Did I cover a whole leaf there? I think there was a whole leaf that was there. Oh well. All good. Okay, a little bit there. Okay. Is that it for stems? I believe so. Oh, I was gonna do a little bit of green with these flowers. Right? I know I usually do light, but I was like, yeah, no one's home today. Nobody here but us chickens. And now I'm realizing that probably sounds really weird if you've never heard that saying. Maybe that was just a thing my family said. Okay. using a little bit of paint here. There we go. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, all right, let's see. So paint. Let's add a little bit more white paint to these mushrooms that are up top here. Okay, good. I'm like, oh no. Oh, I didn't cover a leaf? Okay, I just saw there was another line, but that must have been part of the land. Sorry, I realized I wasn't looking at the... Sweet. Okay, like I said, we got a little bit of glare here, so you will, when I post the picture of it online, you'll get a better idea of what it actually looks like, because I usually position the camera so that it's not showing any of the glare. I want to touch up these up here as well. Too much white. Shift up. Okay. Make sure I'm not putting my hand in it. Nobody here but us chickens. I feel like that's like the actual tune with it. Okay. Just a little bit. Yeah, this definitely could have gotten split up into 2 more streams, but I was just like, nope, deadlines are coming. This needs to be finished. Same with this one. Let's do a little bit here. Okay. Did I want to do any more touch-ups that isn't gel pen? I think that's all for the white gouache. Okay, so now we're gonna do the stars. Okay, move that over. All right, so I did like these little dots. Sometimes you do these little cross shapes. I don't think so. No, I don't think there's any we could do a slight highlight on these bottles though. There's so many aspects here, like I could have easily missed it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I almost stuck that in my lidded coffee cup. I mean, it's empty, but still. Okay, so now we're gonna do the stars. Are we in frame? We can zoom out just a skosh. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna do the stars. I wanna make sure it's not too thinned out because I wanna make sure we can see the stars. I'm doing like some little, some big. I accidentally went over these stars, so I'm just gonna start with these. Okay. And like I said, I'll do some thicker stars, some not. If you wanted to really get fancy too, you could do like different colored stars. Okay, and then let's plan a little shine spot like that one there. Yeah, I agree. I feel like all pencils should have names, like especially with adult coloring being a thing now. Like you need to be able to recognize which pencils you need or use. You're like, I don't know, that one that's sort of a bluish kind of greenish pink color? I don't know. Okay. Got that Sky Full of Stars song stuck in my head. So I'm also kind of in focus mode here with the stars. So I'll slow down the stars as it gets into the blue, kind of like it would be normally, because it's the idea, it's like that kind of look before a balloon goes into space where it's, you know, you leave from the blue sky and then you go up to the stars. Okay, let's put another little cross one there. Oh, let's see. Bit random, and I know we said much earlier, but has anybody found any Black Friday bargains? I haven't really looked much more, short of, and the door's open now, so I won't say it, but short of, you know, gifts for tiny people. I did briefly look on like their wish list to see if anything else was, because I keep a running wish list throughout the year so that when they say something, like I file it away for myself and for the grandparents. But yeah, I was looking just in case there was anything good. And we did get one bigger ticket item. Okay. Let's see, do I want to add any more? I'm going to put one here. Maybe just a couple sporadic here. Okay. Let's do one more here. I think I'm happy with that. Thanks, Dee. Sounds good, Audrey. Thank you so much for being here. I know this has been like a marathon project. Okay, so these ones should be dry now, so we're gonna add just a little bit. I'm using the grayish black very carefully because I don't want to scrape it off. So we're just adding a little bit on the side of these circles. Okay, that's already got it. A little bit there. Leave that one be. And I think those up there are good. Okay, so now we're gonna bust out the gel pens, and I've got my hand. Ah, yes, Dee does have one. Handy dandy little caddy of gel pens. Oh my gosh, gel pens. I have been in Texas too long. Okay, so I want to do the antenna, and I want to do it in blue. So let's get our sticky note here. Okay, so let's see. We're going to do blue here and here, because everybody likes a bit of sparkle, right? Okay, a little bit thicker antenna than I would have liked, but it's all right. Let's see. Let's do a different color for that one. Let's do pink, and this is the dual metallic, the Pentel dual metallic. Is that one gonna work today? Pentel, I was just saying I'm using you, and now. Okay, I think that might work. Okay, let's do that one. Okay, so that one is the pink. Pencils, I think, has swatches, so, but she was guessing which names go to which pencil. Oh, yes, yes, yes. There you go, Dee. Okay, so now let's do purple. Purple for that one, which when it dries, it actually kind of ends up looking a little blue. Yeah, it's subtle. It's subtle. You can't even see it. Oh no. Okay, let's do a little bit of silver. Oh, that's black. No, that is silver. Okay. Let's just do a little bit with it. Maybe, maybe not. Got temperamental pans. This is honestly why I do paint more often, because a lot of times the gel pens are so temperamental, but paint I can get to work all the time. Okay, let's see. Is that it for the silver? I believe so. So now we're gonna get gold. Okay, and I want to do middle of these flowers. Okay. Oh, I remember. I want to do one more thing with the silver, if it's gonna work. I just want to add a little bit to the bulb. And I think it was just that one bulb. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out in a second, but let me look over it real quick. See if I forgot anything. Let's see. Okay, house, we got it all. Okay, I don't see any empty spots there. We finished the clouds. Finished the butterflies, finished the stars. Oh, I wanted to touch up this. 1 second. Hold up. We're gonna use our green Sleechy metallic gel pen, if it's gonna work, and I think so, because I want this to stand out just a touch more. It's hard to see, but I can see it. Maybe we'll use, no, actually I kind of like that. You guys can't see it very well, but I can. And it gives it just a little bit of highlight, I think. Because I feel like if I were to use the green glitter gel pen, it would be too dark. I'll do a little bit on this one too. Oh, I didn't, oh, that's close. Okay. Do a little bit on this one as well. We're almost there. How are we doing on time? 44. Oh my gosh. I think it's safe to say that whoever did 45 minutes, 45 minutes is the winner. All right. Are we ready for a full zoom out? Because, folks, we just finished it. And I say we because you guys were here with me. Dominic, me, I win. I love it. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's all done. We did it. And like I said, I'll take a picture that doesn't have any light glare on it, but it's done. It's finished. It's finito. That was a big one. We haven't done one like that in depth in a while. Thanks everyone. Whew. All right, 3 hours and 45 minutes. This definitely would have been 2-stream kind of deal, but I'm glad that we were able to finish it up. And now we can get photographed. And I never expect to win the contest because honestly, I don't feel like it'd be fair for me to win considering how many books I've gotten from her previously. But we've done it. We finished it. We'll upload it. But yeah, how exciting. It's all done. Whoop, whoop, party. Thanks. All right. Well, I'm hungry and I need to go double check the kids are having their lunch and everything. I put the mic there, but I took it off. So anyway, thanks everyone for being here. Here, we'll swap it over to this one. There you go. Thank you all for being here. It was a fun ride. So Wednesday, I'm going to set it for 11 a.m. But if for whatever reason it takes me a while with the kids, then I'll like shift it to noon. But either way, we are streaming Wednesday. It just may be a skosh later so we can fit it in. But thank you everyone for being here. I know this was a long ride. I appreciate all of your support, hanging out, chilling. I'm going to get caught up on some squares as well. But yeah. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe. Prep your Thanksgiving stuff if that's what you're doing. And I'll see you Wednesday. All right? Later, potato. After a while, crocodile. Okay, bye, everyone.